ecological issues. They affect us all. And so, tonight on Second Nature, we'll be recycling some old nature footage.
Let's start the fucking show, eh?
You're going to jail.
I will never leave you two.
I don't give a fuck about the fucking law. I'll I'll beat your ass.
Don't come to my trailer again! You will be banned!
I'll beat your ass.
You officially entered the wet panty zone.
Folks, let's switch on over here. Thank you for joining me yet again. Jeez, it feels like I just closed my eyes and opened them up, and here we are back together again. I can't think of anywhere I'd rather be, folks. Let me tell you, it's been quite a week in the world of Von Helton. As far as I know, it's been pretty quiet this afternoon. I was expecting a live stream or something, but nothing. What is the fate of Von Helton? Well, many speculate. What is fact? What is fiction? I'm telling you, there's lots of little tidbits flying out there behind the scenes. I can't report on them because I have no way to confirm it at this point. I'm hoping some more comes out, some juicy details, folks. Now, I may know someone who knows Charity that is looking into some of this for me to confirm some of it, but at this point, folks, it's anybody's guess. How much is fact? How much is fiction? What's the grift? Who's the grifters? Is Von Helton, is this all just a made-up thing to get money? Well, you know, some will point out that Von Helton doesn't really have the cranial capacity to, I would add the word successfully. Doesn't to successfully pull a grift this big. And with Von Helton, there's usually, I'll offer this, my take on it. The thing with Von, there's always some truth in it. Now, would he exaggerate things or try to take the opportunity to try to get more out of it? Of course. Has Von tried to grift? Yes. The $7,000 for the funeral, etc., etc. Has he successfully grifted? Well, in a way, he has got money from people and different things. I mean, it's not beyond Von Helton to dress up his children in winter jackets and sit them on the bed in a Skype call and beg for money. It's not like he hasn't been given hundreds of dollars to buy things for the kids and their everyday needs and turn around and buy a gun or something like that. And I do think it was telling in that emergency live stream that in the midst of it all, he asked someone to send $125 for a window air conditioner. That seems kind of weird if you're trying to move out and you're desperate and you have no way that you're already trying to move the computer you bought instead of paying the fucking internet bill. I mean, this is what we're dealing with here, folks. It's hard to tell. Because Von would, in the middle of a crisis, try to take an air conditioner and then leave it there. Like, he's that stupid, right? It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell what's fact and what's fiction. Is it beyond him to try to grift this thing and squeeze a few more dimes out of it? Oh, he's tried it before. So I'm sure somewhere in between lies the truth. I do believe he's broke. I think he is desperate. And I think he's probably on his way out in some capacity. But to what extent, I don't know, folks. We'll just have to keep our eyes open, our ears to the ground. Maybe they'll go live tonight. If they do, I'll cover it. So stay tuned. But we have other Von Helton content. He has, like a warrior, kept his head down, moving forward. He gave us a morning coffee where he goes through his past experiences, personal experiences with UFOs, which I found kind of entertaining, and I hope you do too. We're going to watch that. We're going to stroll through Fat Photog Alley and get caught up with some other cows and get some recaps of the week's events with him. It's always some great content. We'll put out the link there, and if you're not subscribed, you should be, because it's quality content, folks. Rev and Shanny, we gotta get caught up. Shanny's been doing some streams. I really haven't been watching. I know Rev quit the internet, but I'm pretty sure he's back. We're gonna check all that out tonight. We got the return of the Mead Master. Folks, you know what that means. We got a little targeted citizen, so I'm so excited, folks. I just want to get right into this. Let's pour our drinks. We're here for a good time, not a long time. I don't think, unless Vaughn goes live, it's not going to be a super long stream, because I'm a little streamed out, folks. We streamed a lot this week. I'm just going to pour. Get your drinks. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. Don't want to rush it. Folks. Fuck, the world's out there falling apart, folks. Let's just have some fun, have some drinks. Cheers. Oh, yeah. Yep. A good omen, my friends. A good omen, So let's get this party started. We're going to start with a new track from Vaughn, a new karaoke to kick things off. A little Touch Me. That doesn't get the juices flowing. Let's get it happening right now, folks. Oh, and by the way, I got dick pics of Von Helton.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, now touch me, babe. Can't you see that I am not afraid? What was that promise that you made? Why won't you tell me what she said? What was that promise that you made? Now I'm gonna love you till the heavens stop the rain. I'm gonna love you till the stars fall from the sky for you and I. Come on, come on, come on, come on, now touch me, babe. Can't you see that I am not afraid? What was that promise that you made? Why won't you tell me what she said? What was that promise that you made? I'm gonna love you till the heavens stop the rain. I'm gonna love you till the stars fall from the sky for you and I. I'm gonna love you till the heavens stop the rain. I'm gonna love you till the stars fall from the sky for you and I.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Yo. Not much point of doing a live stream anymore because I can't get 3 people in there. And the 3 people in there can't even take 2 seconds to push a thing on their little tiny screen that says thumbs up or thumbs down. It's ridiculous the effort that people put in when I put in all the effort. But that's okay. This is the way the world is right now. There are freedom fighters, people that are willing to die for their beliefs, and then there are cowards. And the American people are full of cowards. One of the number 1 cowards I'm going to talk about today is a coward that I backed. A coward that I pushed. Cash Money Patel and Ban Dongino. That's their names. That's the names I'm giving them. Cash Money Patel and Ban Dongino. Cowards. Absolute cowards. You people just don't understand the risk that I take. Come on here and just talking. We do not live in a free country. America's not free. There's not freedom of speech in America. You can't say what you believe and stay within the law and still not be harassed and arrested. Can't do it. We live in a country controlled by the Gestapo, and nobody's willing to fight to stop it. And I'm just about tired of fighting alone. I see channels on YouTube, and it's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. Now, I understand. People will go to channels that they like because the person that runs the channel is happy and wants to tell you all the fun things in life. Oh, and they'll fake it till they make it. And then, while these people are making people don't understand the amount of money that YouTube pays. I watch a show, and I'm just about done watching it now, called Fab Rats. And it's a family out of Utah, and the guy builds cars and trucks. Family man, Christian folks. I mean, I think they may be Mormon. A lot of Mormons in Utah. He's got, I think, like 700, 800,000 subscribers. And once a YouTube channel gets so big, all it starts to do is, hey, this week, let me show you what I bought with my money. The drive is gone, and then it's just a money-making deal. And one of the guys online that infuriate me the most is Wrangle Star. Now, he's been in it. He got in it early, he's been in it maybe 10, 11, 15 years. He's got millions of subscribers and hundreds of millions of views. And the channel pretty much, he says that he's a professional homeowner, professional homeowner. Every week, all he does is show new toys he's bought. Oh, look at my new tractor. Look at my new skid steer. Look at my new dump truck. Look at my new trailer. Look at my new gun. Look at my new gun box. Look at my ammo container. Look at my new house. Ooh, I'm building a new cabin. Ooh, I'm building this. I'm building that. I'm doing this. But he built his channel by getting Amazon goods and testing them. Look at here, I tested out the battery charger, and this battery charger is junk. So everybody don't buy this battery charger. And then people start sending him stuff. What amazes me, to get to my point, is these people, the viewers, will go and send money to millionaires. They'll send these people money and gifts. And these people aren't fighting for a thing, and that's the thing that infuriates me the most. And I guess that's why I don't have a big YouTube channel. Well, we know why I don't have a big YouTube channel, because they don't let my voice be heard. As I told you, this is like the 6th or 7th channel that I've had. The largest one I had was 1,400 subscribers, and they shut that thing down without even one warning, not even one strike, nothing. They just shut me down. These channels are making millions a month. I mean, I watch Cletus McFarland. I love watching Cletus. He's a funny guy, and all he was an editor for 1320 video, which they go out and they record drag racing, street racing. They do car stuff. Well, Cletus was an editor for there, and he got drunk one night at a drag strip, and he started acting like an inbred redneck. And from that night, when he got on there and said, yeah, this is Michael Morrow with an Edelbrock 750 carburetor, he's just pretending to be the redneck guy. 6 years later, you're not going to believe this when I tell you, he owns a Roundy Round racetrack. He's half owner of a Bradenton Motorsports Park, which is one of the best drag strips in the country. He bought an airport. He's got his own airport. He's got a plane. He's got a couple $1 million helicopter. He's got his own t-shirt company where they make t-shirts and distribute t-shirts. And all he does is get on there and post car content. Him drag racing. He's got like 10 drag cars. He went through the fleet last week. And the fleet, I think it was close to, I think he said 100 cars in the fleet. He's got over 100 employees. And this is just a man that gets on there and edits car culture. Edits him going to racetracks, or him on boats and jet skis and airplanes and helicopters. I mean, he does everything. I mean, he came and helped in the Hurricane Helene weather weapons here in the mountains of North Carolina. He helped during that. The first day he had his helicopter, he went up in the mountains of North Carolina to deliver water. But you'll never hear out of him or any of these other big channels, you'll never hear their politics. Now this is a great business decision, but politics affect everyone's daily life. Everyone's. I mean, there's this thing, I think it's called the RPM Act, where the federal government under Joe Biden was trying to outlaw any modification to cars. They were going to outlaw motorsports. They're going to outlaw racing. They're going to outlaw racing because of the burnouts make smoke and it uses fuel, and we can't have fuel. They're going to outlaw all that. Well, they got on there and they did this little, well, we need to stop this RPM Act and vote against it. But they didn't say we need to take down the people trying to take us down. They didn't go after a political party. They didn't stand up for what's right. When YouTube censorship comes, they never get shut down because they never say anything confrontational, because all they want to do is suck in that money. Well, there's a song that I used to hear when I was a kid hanging out with my grandpa, because I went with him on the summers. In the summers, I went with my grandpa to lay brick, lay block, to build. He taught me how to build stuff. And it's an old song. You got to stand for something, or you'll fall for anything. You got to be your own man, not a puppet on a string. Got to stand for what's right and uphold your family name. You got to stand for something, or you'll fall for anything. These people with the biggest voices refuse to stand up and speak. Imagine a platform, and I think Cletus has got close to 4 or 5 million subscribers now. Imagine almost every video he has gets at least 1 million views. And he puts out, during the month of May, he puts out a video every single day. It's called the Month of Freedom. Every video gets 1 million views. Wrangle Star, every video gets 500, 800, 1 million, 800,000, 1 million views. And Wrangle Star sometimes he'll read a Bible verse. He said he was in Jehovah's Witness with the Mormons when he was a kid. He said, "Oh yeah, I was in a cult," but he won't go into it. And then he comes on there and he makes a video, and he read scripture about a video. He's in Oregon or Washington State, one of the two. He's at Juneau Mount. I can't remember. There's a mountain out there that he's at the bottom base of, and it's got like a Chinese name. I can't remember the name. Mount Juneau or something. I don't know. I can't stand to watch him because he's got this platform that could really help people. But instead, every week, all he does is buy stuff. Now, I'm not one of the guys that goes out and gives stuff to people and records myself giving somebody a gift, because that's horse crap. It's hypocritical. You don't do that. I don't do that garbage. And you.
J Skull donated $5 through Super Chat. This friggin' guy. The verbal diarrhea he spews on a daily basis is astronomical. I can't believe there are people that support this clown.
He's a butane prophet. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Folks, I'm seeing in the chats, people are saying that Vaughn and John just went live. So I tell you what, let me get it set up. We'll listen to him ramble for a minute here, but I'll switch it over, and we'll see what's cooking in the kitchen over at John and Vaughn's.
Shouldn't either. But these people that can make a difference in our country are like, well, I'm getting mine. Look at me. I'm getting mine. I guess you'll just have to get yours, because I'm not going to risk my nest egg. You mean to tell me, when I tell you they're making millions a month off of YouTube, millions a month. I'm not talking about the sponsors. I'm not talking about the t-shirts. I'm not talking about the gear. I'm not talking about any other of the businesses that they buy and run. I'm just
could be grabbed by that jet stream, or it could be grabbed by the Gulf Stream, and that radiation would be spread all over the damn planet. Russian people would start dying of radiation. Chinese people would start dying of radiation. Americans, yes, even us, would start dying of radiation poison. It is not an isolated thing.
Yeah.
Now, one can hope.
Listen, if Iran is listening to this broadcast, please, for the love of God, when you start raining fire down from the sky, make sure it's in Tel Aviv and Haifa and Jerusalem and Golan Heights. Don't bring it to the United States, please.
Yeah, because we ain't got shit to do with it. And let's be clear. Let's be absolutely clear. Marco Rubio just said Marco Rubio, our Secretary of State, just said, hey, we had nothing to do with this. We had absolutely nothing to do with this. Israel acted entirely on their own. We didn't even consult them. We told them to back the fuck off, and they did not. So this is on them. All right, let's be absolutely clear about this. We had nothing to fucking do with this. Marco Rubio just said, many others have said, I have said, I have my disagreements.
And when the Goyim start killing Jews, I don't want to hear the Jews crying and yelling and bitching about how much the Goyim hate us and how much the Goyim kill us.
I'm telling you, man.
Purely on your head. Literally, the New Testament says the blood is on your head. The blood is on your head.
I'm telling you right now. If Russian citizens start dying of radiation poison, if Chinese citizens start dying of radiation poison, if American citizens start dying of radiation poison, Trump, Putin, and Xi will all be in agreement about one thing. Get them motherfuckers. I guarantee it. Okay? Because I'm telling you, when your loved one drops dead from radiation poison, that ain't no fun and games. That's real. That's real shit. And these, like I said, if these 3 nuclear power plants in Iran go up like a tinderbox, it's not just going to affect the Middle East. It's going to affect the whole world if that jet stream and that Gulf Stream grab that radiation and fling it all over the damn planet. That's why I've been screaming in my morning coffees from day fucking one. No World War III. No World War III. No war. Why? Because it's a nuclear war,
Yeah.
No nuclear weapons. No nuclear power plants attacked or anything, because that nuclear waste, it don't just stay in one area. Now, you say, well, what about 3 Mile Island? What about Chernobyl? What about Fukushima? Those were contained. They were able to contain it. They were able to isolate it and contain it. Okay, but this is an act of war. This is an attack on their nuclear power plants. This isn't a problem. This isn't something that was accidental. This was a deliberate attack, which means they won't be able to contain it, or if they could, it would be very, very minor. But yeah, this is not a good idea. Not a good idea. Bad idea. Bad fucking idea. Because if those 3 nuclear power plants go critical, the entire Middle East is going to be engulfed in radiation. And if that Gulf Stream and that jet stream grab the radiation, they're going to fling it all over the earth. It's not going to be pretty. This is not going to be pretty at all. I mean, imagine 3 Chernobyls. Imagine 3 Fukushimas. Imagine 3 Mile Islands going up. It's not pretty. This is not going to be pretty. This is a bad idea. Bad idea.
Yeah, bad Jews. Bad.
But I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, it's done. What's done is done. I guess. I don't know. I don't know to what extent.
Anyway, any good news going on, Vaughn? Anything happening that's positive? Anything fucking wonderful happening?
Yeah, this is bad. This is really bad.
Anything good happening, Vaughn? You got good news, Vaughn?
Do I have any good news? Well, no, no, not really. We're not going like a light bulb, at least. I mean, not yet. If those nuclear plants get hit, are they going to be able to contain the radiation? I don't know. I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. Like I said, once them rods drop, man, it's all over, baby. It's all over. Kabloom. Big ass mushroom cloud from each one of them damn plants. It'd be like setting off 10 hydrogen bombs, man. Each one of them nuclear plants. It'd be like setting off 10 hydrogen bombs. Not good. Not a good thing. But I mean, But like I said, Marco Rubio, official statement from Marco Rubio, Secretary of State, said we had nothing to do with this. We didn't even advise them. Okay, so don't come crying to us. Don't come saying shit to us, because we got nothing to do with this. We told them back off. and let the diplomats do their thing. Well, that didn't happen. So
much for the Yiddish Cup.
yeah, well, I just, I'm on record in my videos saying, no fucking way, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. And, once again, I get ignored. Goddamn,
Even I was screaming from the top of the mountains this same
but
day.
but now this time it isn't just me. It's Xi Jinping, it's Putin, it's Trump, it's a whole bunch of other people saying, yeah, that's a bad idea. Bad idea. But what are you gonna do? There's nothing you can do about it, I guess now. All the trolls.
Oh wow, we got a woman out there.
We do?
Says good news, it is all over and we don't have to worry about our bills. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess that's
I guess that would be it. Yeah, we won't have to worry about our bills anymore. That's for damn sure, because we'll all be dead. So yeah, I guess that's
being homeless is not as bad as people think. Yeah, actually being homeless actually kind of sucks.
Yeah,
I don't know. It kind of sucks, man. It's not
yeah,
wonderful. I'm not
actually
having a good time here. I don't know what you think, but I'm not having a good time.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, but I mean, so that's true. I mean, we ain't gonna have to worry about our bills anymore because we'll all be fucking dead from radiation poisoning. If the jet stream and the Gulf Stream spread it out like I think it will, because I mean them things are gonna go up, man. They're gonna go up like a damn hydrogen bomb.
Someone says sleeping in a car is good for you. What are you, dumb?
I don't know. I just homeless would suck. Yeah, exactly. It would suck.
Well, it would suck a little less, Mariah, if you came and hang out with me in the back seat for a couple hours.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Keep me company.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I tell you, damn, I don't know what to say.
I got this fucking idiot with his lights blinking in my eyes here.
Three Chernobyls, man. Think. 3 Chernobyls. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy, man. That's crazy. I mean, y'all, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Google Fukushima, Google Chernobyl, and Google 3 Mile Island, and see what
they don't give a fuck. Israel doesn't give a fuck. I mean, they give a shit about nuclear. If anything nuclear goes off, let's hope it doesn't. Let's hope nothing fucking nuclear gets set off.
I hope not.
And when it does, if it does, it's not going to be good, like you're saying.
It's not going to be pretty, man. Fuck no. Like I said, that jet stream and that Gulf Stream, they'll grab that radiation and they'll fucking fling it all over the goddamn planet. Yes, they will. That's why I'm on record from day fucking one. Do not hit nuclear power plants. Do not launch nuclear missiles. Do not do any dirty bombs. Don't do any of that shit because it will spread. And Putin must have heard me because it wasn't but 2 weeks later or a month later, he was saying the same thing I was saying. But I'm on record for this shit. I am on fucking record for this shit. Okay? This is not a good idea by any stretch. Not a good idea. Now, I know you got people that are going to say, well, Vaughn, we can't let them get a bomb. Okay, that's true. Iran has stated publicly and privately that if they get a bomb, they're going to attack the United States because they call us the Great Satan. And they're going to attack Israel because they call Israel the Little Satan. That is true. That is a true statement. They get up in the town square every morning, put their fist in the air and scream death to America. Okay, they're a bunch of psychotic weirdo crazies. But the thing of it is, when you're talking about nuclear power plants or nuclear weapons, either one, you're talking about the possibility that nuclear radiation will spread all over the globe and everyone on the globe will be affected. That's the problem. That's why that's why Trump and Putin and Xi and pretty damn much everybody else wanted the diplomats to do their thing and try to de-escalate this shit. Well, it didn't work. So here we are. So, oh well. Whatever. I mean, I'm on record, though, man. Nobody can say shit to me. I am on record.
Yeah, well, you know, bon voyage. Well, it was nice knowing you.
Yeah. Let's see here.
It says Russia. What? Russia gonna give Iran the bomb? Well, I know. I mean, I know Russia and Iran are close, but I don't know if they're that close.
I don't think Russia gave Iran the bomb. I don't think so. I know Russia said something about trying to make their nuclear power plant safer. I do know that, but I don't think they gave him a bomb. I don't think Putin's that crazy. I don't think Putin's that crazy because Putin knows they're nuttier and squirrel shit too. I would imagine, and I don't.
I think Putin's sick of Israel as well. I mean,
I don't think Putin's that stupid.
Yeah.
Having said that, though, I think you're right to an extent. I think he said they wanted to make their nuclear power plants safer, less volatile. You know, early power plants, folks, were kind of volatile because if them rods dropped the least little bit, boom. Yeah. You know, and so they came up with a new. I was just watching a Canadian video that just hours ago, where it was talking about a new type of nuclear power plant that is 10 times safer. It's called like the CAN system or something, and 10 times safer than the old 3 Mile Island nuclear power plants were. And so, hopefully that's the case. Hopefully, I do not know the condition of Iran's nuclear power plants or what system they use, but hopefully it's a more safer system than some of the older nuclear power plants that's out there. But I do know this, obviously a military strike on a nuclear power plant would almost certainly send that nuclear power plant critical. Almost certainly. I don't think there's any question about that. I don't think that's up for debate. So yeah, this is a serious situation.
I don't think so either. I mean, when you really think about it, it's going to be fucking disaster.
This is a serious problem, guys. This is not a joke. This is not a game.
No.
I
mean, I know people out there in the comments are laughing, but this is fucking.
This is serious. This is fucked up. Because if implants go up, man, yeah, okay, it'll wipe out the Middle East. Yeah, it'll wipe out the Middle East. But see, you got the Gulf Stream and you got the jet stream, and they grab that radiation and they fling that radiation all over the world. And Russian people are going to start dropping, Chinese people are going to start dropping, Americans will start dropping. From what? From radiation poison. That radiation spread all over. That radiation spread all over. Okay, this is not a joke. This is not a game. It's real. It's serious. And Sammy says he wants in, John.
You want to listen to that all night? I don't want to listen to that all night.
I don't know. Now you say, well, Vaughn,
Sammy can have a show tomorrow. We'll do a show tomorrow.
Well, now somebody was saying, well, Vaughn, why
what's that? Whoa, what's that beeping noise that you're beeping over there?
That's just my mobile device saying I got an email or something. Let me see.
All right. Well, you always point it out with me when I get a ping. So
yeah, well, yeah, but when you get a bing, it's because somebody's calling you. When I get a bing, it's just Bing telling me, hey, we got a new article for you to read.
Oh, okay.
Breaking news: Israel military conducts airstrikes on Iran. What? Wow, damn, we know that. Thank you, though.
Well, thanks for being a day late and $1 short.
Yeah, thank you. We already knew that, but thank you. Holy shit. Damn. Yeah, but I mean, anyway, getting back to what I was saying. This is not a joke, man. Them nuclear power plants go up, man. It's bad news bears for us, man. For everybody, like I said, imagine 3 Fukushimas, 3 Mile Islands, or 3 Chernobyl. That's not going to be funny. This is not a bit funny. It's not a damn bit funny. And I'm telling you right now, if Russians start dropping dead from radiation poison, or Chinese start dropping dead from radiation poison, or God forbid Americans start dropping dead from radiation poison, somebody's going to be in a lot of fucking hot water. Because I can tell you right now, Putin, Xi Jinping, and Trump are all three hotheads. They're not going to put up with that shit. They are not going to put up with that shit. So, you know, I'm just saying. All right. I'm just putting it out there right now. You know, Von Helton said this on fucking 10:35 in the night on the fucking 12th of June. All right. Mark it on your fucking calendar. Because I tell you, Americans or Chinese or Russians start dropping dead from radiation poison, there's going to be some trouble. There's going to be some serious trouble.
Well, at the saying they're allowed, everyone includes trolls, to know that the backers were trouble from the start. Yeah, well, I actually warned, you know what, not to get off topic, but I also was concerned from the beginning about the backers, but I mean, hindsight's 2020 at this point. Well, let's see what else we got here.
Oh.
I understand why the gods left you. Well, you're a fucking loser, dude. So I don't know what you're fucking whining about in the outside comments. Sammy saying no plants were hit. We never claimed the plants were hit. We're saying if it
We never said they were hit. We said if they get hit.
Yeah, if they get hit.
You never said they got hit.
Yes, we saw you the first time. Yes, thank you, Mariah. I know Sammy's on repeat tonight.
Yeah, we never said they were hit. I never said they were hit. I said if they get hit. Idiots keep repeating disinfo. Well, I can't help idiots. I have to tell the facts. I have to speak the truth. Now, having said
Von's
that,
not allowed to lie. Von's not allowed to lie.
I'm not allowed to lie. Now, having said that, if the plants are hit, they will go critical, and we will be up shit creek. So, I'm just saying, you know. You know, I know that, Sam. I said they didn't get hit. I said it. I said it several times. But I'm saying if they do. If they do. I mean, how hard is it for a missile to fly off course? How hard is it for a bomb to, you know, maybe bounce around a little bit and hit the wrong thing? You know, I mean, you know, granted, we do have more accurate munitions in 2025. That's true. But accidents still happen. You know, things.
Can we talk about something else? Well, give a donation and we'll do a topic that you want. Give a donation and and within the donation put the topic.
Yeah, don't give us a donation down on the Cash App, and in the box that's provided, say I want to talk about flowers, or I want to talk about the weather, I want to talk about kitty cats, you know, puppy dogs, you know. But you just put it in the box, you know, give us a donation down below on our Cash App, and then in the box just write what you want to talk about, and we'll talk about it. It's that easy. It's that simple. Our Cash App, both of our Cash Apps is down below. Send a message to one of us with a donation, and we'll talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. Piece of cake, right? Otherwise, we're going to keep talking about what we're talking about because, hey, so is everybody else.
We live in a free fucking country, motherfucker.
Well, the thing of it is that is what everybody's talking about right now. Is the attack on Iran. Everybody's talking about it. Not just us. Everybody's talking about it. So, I mean, you know, because it impacts.
Everybody's doing a brand new dance now.
Everybody's doing a brand new
on, baby. Do the locomotion.
That's right. Do the locomotion. Do the locomotion while you're trying to get the hell away from the nuclear radiation.
So Trump's birthday is what, Saturday? Trump's birthday?
Trump's birthday is Saturday.
And
Trump's
they're gonna
birthday
have a big old time military parade, right?
Trump's birthday is Saturday. The 250th anniversary of the U.S. Army is Saturday. The winning lottery ticket is going to be announced on Saturday. And let's see, what the fuck else? There was like 4 or 5 other things too, man. Saturday.
Hopefully my Salamanca comes back to me.
Well, hopefully I win the fucking lottery and this whole thing goes away. Yeah. But yeah, man. I mean, yeah, Saturday is a happening day, man, because there's a lot of shit falls on Saturday. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's a happening day. Yeah, it absolutely is. Fingers and toes crossed. I win, guys. Come on. So hopefully I'll win.
I'm
And
crossing my fingers, I'm crossing my toes, and I'm crossing my balls.
yeah, there you go. And hopefully that will be shock and awe. Well, the shock and awe I want is to win that damn lottery and shock the shit out of all the trolls. That's what I want. Shock the shit out of all the trolls and haters. That's what I want. We hit their underground bases. Okay, Sammy. Well, that's good, I guess. But I mean, you know, I'm just.
Michael Anthony donated $5 through Super Chat. Breaking news: Vaughn's grift for a new AC unit didn't work. Loudly crying skull and crossbones J Ducks left Vaughn in the heat. Hot face Vaughn's up Schitt's Creek. Next story at 11 loudly crying.
Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. And folks, yeah, it's going to get mighty hot in that trailer without air conditioning or electricity, I think. Who knows how long he has? Who knows who knows? Who knows the grift? It's a grift inside a grift. Folks, it's like an enigma of grifts.
Vaughn, can't you get on the Indian reservation because of your Indian heritage? Dude, I'm 61 motherfucking years old, bro. All this stuff about Native American Indian shit, I should have done that back when I was 20. Okay.
You know what? I've never had a Native American woman. I wonder if they make good wives, Vaughn. You make good wives, the Native American?
I don't know. It depends on how American they are.
Because I had to be African. I had to be Arab.
If they've been influenced by...
Maybe I'd try Native American.
If they've been influenced by the feminazis and shit, we can forget it. They're done.
Yeah, or they're influenced by the white man or something, yeah.
They're done, so... anyway, your Cash App is not in the description.
The Cash App is the ticker on the bottom of the screen scrolling.
It's my Cash App is actually down there. Cash.app/$ James Paul Von Helton. It's the very last one. What are you talking about? It's right there. Hypatia Lee. Who the hell is Hypatia Lee? Who's that? Who the fuck is that? I don't know. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. I don't know who Hypatia is. No, not even close. Anyway. Oh, porn star. I don't care about that. That's not on my radar. What is on my radar is that I need to get another Mountain Dew because I am parched and because it's hot in here. So I will return momentarily.
I'm in the car tonight and it's fucking humid. It's not hot.
It's not necessarily hot. It's humid.
Yeah.
It's blood.
Sticky. It's fucking sticky. My balls are sticking to the side of my leg.
It's sticky. It's humid. It's
my fucking balls are sticking to the side of my leg, and it's not fun.
Well, that sounds painful.
Yeah. Let's get rid of this fucking human turd burglar. Did the financial backers throw out the picture of Vaughn's? Yeah, they threw away all his stuff. Everyone, ladies and gentlemen, please comment, rate, and subscribe. Let's actually, you know what? I'm going to change the title of this video. I'm going to change it to, well, how the fuck do I change the title? Can you actually change the title? Yeah, destination title. We'll call this 612. We'll call this, we'll call it Jews attack. No, Jews start war. World War 3 with Iran. That's a good title. I will piss everybody off.
Emo, the diaper wearing bag.
Save.
Wilson Tackleberry donated $5 through Super Chat. Anyone in Vaughn's chat, please don't remind him that Sunday is Father's Day, and that Father's Day no longer applies to him.
Oh, thank you, Wilson. Yes, we wouldn't want anything like that. Thanks for being here. I do appreciate it, folks. We got some Go-Gurt action going on right here.
All right. Was about to donate? Well, go ahead, donate. I just refreshed the page here on YouTube. There's no Cash App in the description. It's the ticker on the bottom of the screen, bub. If you can't copy and paste, go to cash.app. Go to cash.app, the website, cash.app, and put money sign Yohanan 770.
Or money sign James Paul Van Helden, either one. And
am I popping? Oh, the fucking mic sounds like it went to shit again.
no, you're sounding good, man.
Oh, am I sounding good? Okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm not roboting.
No, you're fine. So far.
Pagan the Pagan has something to say for you, Vaughn. He says, Vaughn, I was just trying to be helpful. You must have at least a little gas in the car. If you were to pull out onto the road, parked along a wide spot, and slept there, sleeping in the car is good for you. I don't think Vaughn could do it. I mean, I can pick Vaughn. I can pick Vaughn up from Kentucky, and he can bunk with me in the back, and he can sleep in the back. I sleep in the front. But Vaughn's got lymphedema and back problems and shit like that. He can't survive in a car. It's gonna be 100 degrees in the car, man. Vaughn will fuck. And then the trolls will say, "Oh, John's doing elder abuse," and John's.
Yeah. Let's say you're
Sleeping
doing
in the car saved my marriage. Okay, whatever. Can't get rid of the turd burgle is that easy, you fucking twat waffle. Okay, have a good night, Sammy. Take it easy. Krista says Cash App is in the ticker at the bottom of the screen. Wow, Simply Christus actually came by. Holy shit, where you been?
Simply Krista was around before.
She's been missing. She's been MIA. She's been missing in action. She's been AWOL, absence without leave. Absence without leave. We didn't give Krista permission to leave. It's AWOL. You know? Krista, what you doing? I miss you, girl. I know she has a thing for Solar Marshall. She doesn't have a thing for me. She has a thing for Solar. But Krista's kind of cute. I wouldn't mind throwing her. I wouldn't mind her sitting on my face for a few minutes.
She didn't know where the channel was. You changed the channel.
Oh, fuck me. Well, Krista, you got my email, right, babe? gishulajohn@gmail.com. Shoot me an email, and you could have said, hey, asshole, where are you? I would have gave you the link. All right, for those who can't type, I'll do it for you. Money sign yo YH Khan CHANAN Yohanan 770. That's all you need. You put that in the Cash App.
Give it what you need, yeah.
Krista says she's married. Oh, that's right. I forgot you're married.
Yeah, Simply Krista.
Well, that doesn't usually stop people from cheating. Hey, Salamanca was cheating with me. I was cheating on with her. And John, do you agree with Leonard Nimoy, the guy who plays Spock, the Jew bag, and Ron Sterling? I don't fucking know. I'm not a mind reader. Well, what? I mean, agree with them about what?
Yeah, agree with them about what? In reference to what, though? Leonard Nimoy talked about a lot of shit.
Do I agree with them that I need a woman to be sucking on my cockhead right now? I mean, is that what you're saying? Yeah, I agree. Why don't you sack the fuck up and bring that fake tough guy energy to someone in the real world? I do, bud. If you couldn't step on me, bud, Mr. J. Mr. J, you fold like a fucking wet shirt, man. You put your tail behind the eggs and you fucking run away, man. You wouldn't be a tough guy. You hide behind the computer screen, man. All right, you're gonna give Devon the sign. Thank God. I want someone to give Devon. Vaughn needs help.
You and Devon, trust me.
Vaughn needs help, man.
I need some help. Yeah, a little bit of money my way would really help right about now. That's
I
no
don't
lie.
give a fuck about my life anymore. I really don't care about living, dying, whether I have a home, not home. I'm basically surviving, you know. I basically just lived and fucking
Well,
exist.
if them three nuclear plants in Iran go up, it ain't going to fucking matter. Okay. Nothing's going to fucking matter after that. Would be my thinking.
You know,
You know,
I thought I made it in life when I met my love of my life, Salamanca, but she broke my heart. You know,
yep, broke it and stomped on it.
I'm never gonna trust an African woman again. I guess I'm gonna be racist for now. I'm racist now.
Ripped it out, broke it in two, threw it on the ground, and stomped on.
Jumped on top of it. She
Yep.
jumped on top of it, took a shit on it, pissed on
Yep.
it.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Bon, your gods have abandoned you. Yeah, I guess in your opinion they would have, yeah. But he says, Von, your gods have abandoned you. Well, I don't think so.
I removed the piece
I don't
of
think so. I don't think so. I think the best is yet to come. I think the best is yet to come. Now, unfortunately, you know, if those three nuclear power plants go up like a damn tinderbox, nobody's going to be safe. Nobody's going to be all right. You know, but no. And there ain't gonna be no tough guys in the real world if we're all glowing like a damn light bulb now, is it? Because that radiation.
I just hope when I turn into a ghoul, my dick doesn't fall off. That's all.
Oh God. This is.
It's sad, Vaughn. I mean, this is a fucking sad.
I'm on the verge of winning the fucking lottery, and goddamn world goes up in nuclear flame.
Fucking,
you know?
Yeah, isn't that the great? You're gonna win $1 billion. You're gonna win $1 billion, and it's
just so fucked up, man.
You cash in that lottery ticket, and then here comes Iran dropping the fucking nuke.
Dropping the fucking bomb. It's like, oh goddamn, man, holy shit. I can't win for losing, man. Oh well, fuck it.
You can't win for losing, bub.
Oh well, yeah, what the fuck, right? But yeah, that's how my luck runs, man. I win the fucking lottery, and now we're all about to die from nuclear radiation. So goddamn. Oh well, hey, at least I won, right? You know. So I mean, shit. But yeah, man, it's you know, seriously, all joking aside though, if those three plants go up, guys, it's all over. The Middle East, especially, I mean, they're done. The Middle East is done. You know, as far as America and China and Russia, we might hold out a little bit longer. But I mean, you know, the radiation spreads, right? It doesn't stay in one spot, it spreads unless you contain it. Now, Fukushima, they were able to contain it. 3 Mile Island, they were able to contain it. Chernobyl, they were able to contain it. But we're not talking about an accident here. We're talking about actual nuclear strikes. And when you're talking about strikes on a nuclear power plant. And so when you talk about a military strike on a nuclear power plant, it's going to be damn near impossible to contain that shit. Because that's a whole different can of worms. So, you know, they may not be able to contain these three nuclear power plants, and the radiation will spread and spread and spread and spread. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be a pretty picture.
Michael Anthony has just tipped $2 through Super Chat. J-Dubs and Von, the best thing about Pride Month. Rainbow Lobster.
Yeah, it's kind of sad that they missed their connection this month, isn't it? They could have been hanging out in the car, live streaming. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that.
You know, and this is bad. This is really fucking bad. And it just so happens I may win the goddamn lottery tomorrow, only to fucking die of radiation. Wonderful. You know, great. I don't know. I mean, you know, now, then again, my ET friends may step in and say, okay, we don't want no nuclear war and we don't want no nuclear planet. So they may step in and do something. Who knows? I don't know. I know they don't like nuclear very much. None of the ET do. None of the ETs like nuclear shit at all. They don't like it. So maybe the ETs will step in. Some of them, one of them, several of them, I don't know. But maybe the ETs will step in and say, yeah, man, yeah, we don't want planet Earth glowing like a light bulb. Fuck that shit. Maybe they'll step in and do something. I don't know. But one thing's for sure, we don't want them 3 plants going up like a tinderbox, because nobody wins in that scenario. Nobody wins. So we'll see. But I'm on record for this shit. I'm on record. All right. This is bad. Really bad. Really, really bad. But now, Marco Rubio, our Secretary of State, just announced just an hour ago, I guess it'd be an hour ago now, or 2 hours ago or some shit.
Totally Stable donated $20 through Super Chat. Spite tax.
Oh, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Thanks a lot. Spite tax, folks.
Saying that, we had nothing to do with this. They acted totally alone. They did this all of their own free will and volition. We told them to wait. They did not wait. And so, shit's on them. But I'm telling you right now, if Russians start dropping dead of radiation poison, or Chinese start dropping dead of radiation poison, Xi Jinping and Putin are not going to be nice. They're going to be mad. They're going to be mad as hell. Yeah. And Trump will be the same way. Trump will be the same way, I believe. Because that's messed up. That is messed up. The very damn thing that I said not to fucking do.
Yeah, leave it to the fucking Jew that pushed. When you say don't push the red, when it says don't push the red button, you don't push the red button. You fucking red button.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, it'd be different if I didn't say anything. It'd be different if I wasn't on record talking about this shit. But I clearly said don't push this issue. Don't have nothing to do with it. Don't push it. And goddamn. So I don't know. It's in the hands of the gods.
Don't give a shit.
It's in the hands of the gods and the hands of the ETs now. And hope.
J Skull donated $5 through Super Chat. J Boobs is a coward. All he's got is that middle finger to shove into the camera. He'd run if I or anyone else showed up at his car door.
Oh yeah, he's a pussy. He's a big pussy. Look at this fucking guy. Look at this fucking baloney-titted motherfucker. He ain't gonna do shit. He's gonna fucking be the first one calling the cops. Wouldn't even be worth the charge. But thank you very much. I do appreciate it.
Hopefully the ETs, the gods, or both will, contain this shit or de-escalate it or something. I don't know. Now, you say, well, Vaughn, Iran has not struck back. And yes, as far as I know right now, Iran has not retaliated. And I think there's a reason for that. I think the reason Iran has not retaliated is because Iran is afraid that America may be duly obligated to defend Israel if they do. And that's why they haven't. And so that's why they have not. Now, I don't know that. I mean, Rubio has already stated on record that they acted alone. So maybe not. I don't know. But Iran has not, as far as I know, Iran has not struck back. And I think the reason why is because they're afraid if they strike Israel back, that America will be drawn in, and then it would be a world war then. And then everything would go to shit. So I don't know. We'll see. As far as I know right now, Iran has not struck back. Supposedly Israel took out some of their military leaders. And I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with it. Nick Fuentes over on Rumble, he's been keeping up with it. I don't know if he's still alive right now or not. But, but this, everybody's talking about this. This is what's going on because this affects everybody, That radiation spreads all over the planet. It's going to kill a whole lot of people, not just people in the Middle East, because that radiation spreads, man. It spreads everywhere with that Gulf Stream and the jets, or the jet stream and the Gulf Stream. It spreads all over the place. So, but hopefully the nuclear power plants will not be hit, and they won't go critical, and all that good shit. And hopefully they were built with a newer type system than Chernobyl and 3 Mile Island and Fukushima. Hopefully. Fingers crossed, toes crossed, legs crossed, balls crossed. Now, whatever you can cross it. Because, yeah, bad news. Very bad news. Very, very bad news. Not good at all. Let's see here. In a few months. What's going on in a few months? I think people are scared to give money to Von, as it seems he loses everything that is given to him or spent frivolly, and he won't give any details on how he inherited $100K and somehow lost it all. No. If you win the mega on Friday after taxes, you'd have 70 million. No, I'd have more than that. It's 248 million, which means I'll have 22 million. I have 122 million after taxes. So that's a lot. That's quite a bit. 122 million. I can do some things with that. Some constructive things, like, you know, my maglev train idea from 2009. It'd be a reality. I can go back to them and say, hey, I've got the funds. Let's do it. And get the maglev train system. We desperately need high-speed rail, folks. You realize that America is the only industrialized nation that does not have high-speed rail? Did you know that? It's true. France has got high-speed rail. China's got high-speed rail. Russia's got high-speed rail. Germany's got high-speed. They've all got high-speed rail except America. And America should be #1 in high-speed rail. But we're not. We don't have any. We literally don't have any. Except for Walt Disney World. It's like, well, you know, okay, Walt Disney World's got a high-speed train. But I mean, you know, we need it for America. We need it to ship produce. We need it to ship people even. You know. Yeah, I want high-speed rail. Our train system, folks, for those of you who don't know, our train system here in the United States is 1950 era diesels. 1950. Not kidding. 1950 era diesels. Now, we have maintained them. They're safe and they're still running and everything and all that gobbledygook, but they're still 1950 era diesels. Now, you say, well, Vaughn, we got Amtrak. Okay, Amtrak's better. That's true. But Amtrak's 1970. So, I mean, you know, it's better, but I mean, not much. We need high-speed rail. We desperately need high-speed rail in this country. Being able to ship my produce from LA to New York in 2 hours is a good thing. And you don't have to worry, you don't have to put as many pesticides on it, or chemicals, or preservatives, because, hey, we can ship it in 2 hours from LA to New York. And so it's still fresh. It's, you know, it's still going to be okay. You just throw it in a freezer car and it'll be good until it gets to New York. So, you know, we need high-speed rail in this country, badly. You know, now you say, well, Von, you'll get rid of all the trucking business. No, actually, I will not. In fact, I will create more trucking business because you need trucks to move the product from the train station to the various facilities, you know, whether it be a store or whether it be a relay or another train station or whatever. So no, I won't get rid of the truckers. I will actually have more truckers because I'm going to need trucks to move stuff around with. So no, I will not be getting rid. My neighbor was a trucker. I mean, come on, what the hell? You know, I'm not going to get rid of the truckers. Let me talking crazy shit. I'm not going to be getting rid of no truckers. My neighbor was a trucker. Good guy, really good guy. So, yeah, we need to. My neighbor in Ohio. Let me clarify. My neighbor in Ohio.
I'm sorry, Vaughn. I fell asleep there for a second.
You're fine. You're fine. Well, I was rambling about my maglev train system. So,
Oh, okay, okay.
if you win,
Someone said Sam is NWO. That's sad of your mom.
let's see. Al Cabrera says if you win the mega on Friday after taxes, you would have 70 million. No, it's 248 million, bro. 248 million. So after taxes, I would have 122 million. I have 122 million after taxes because they take half. You know, they take half of it. So they have 122 million.
Where's the dog? Those fucking financial backers, those pieces of shit took the big dog out, man. Took out Buddy.
Let's see here.
Mega Millions page have the cash.
I think people are scared to give money. Oh yeah, scared to give me money.
There's
listen.
no reason to be scared. Ron needs to help out Vaughn, guys.
Yeah, there's no reason to be scared. Why would you be scared of it? Little old me. I mean, fuck me, dude. I'm a cripple. What am I going to do to you? Hey, I want the money I'm about to donate back when you win the lottery tomorrow. Glug glug. I want the money I'm about to donate back when you win the lottery tomorrow. Okay, that's a deal. That's a deal. Give me $2,000, and if I win the lottery tomorrow, I give it back to you. I promise. Unfortunately, if I don't win the lottery, I won't be able to give it back to you. You know, so you have to keep that in mind. But if I win the lottery tomorrow, yeah, I'll give you your money back. Sure, why the fuck not?
Oh yeah, why not? Yeah.
Why not? Slap
Vaughn might even get a girl for you to suck you off.
Slap $2,000 on my Cash App and let me get my bills caught up and all my shit caught up, and and then if I win tomorrow, I'll be glad to give you your money back. Don't have a problem with that at all. Not a problem. Not a problem. Vaughn, you should sell your computers if you're this desperate for money. Pay your bills priority over you may be. You should go back to Jesus. Oh my God, go back to Jesus. Are you fucking kidding me?
That's the last thing Vaughn wants to do is to go.
Why in the hell would I go to a God that let my mom sit over there and cry herself to sleep every night with no money and nothing to show for what she's done all her life? Why? Why would I do that? Are you crazy? Why would I go back to a God that let my mom get abused? Why would I go back to a God that let me get abused? What am I saying? Why would I go back to a God that let my two marriages get destroyed? Why would I go back to a God that let my two boys die for my first marriage? You tell me. Why would I go back to a God that allowed all that to happen to me? Why? Why would I do that? I'd have to be an idiot to do that. I'm not going to a God that lets my two boys die. Are you crazy?
Are you guys really out there wishing for death and destruction? That's sick. Your people are sick out there, man.
My two boys in Ohio died, man. They died at birth. One of them's buried up there in Hamilton, Ohio. Clayton Eugene, he's buried there. Why in the hell would I go back to a God that allowed that shit? Or in the words of the Satanists, actually did it himself. I was visited by two Satanists, remember? They said the Christian God did it himself. Killed my two boys. Himself, personally. That's some hardcore shit right there. If it's true, I can't swear that it's true, but that's what I was told. They come right to my door, knocked on my fucking door, said, "Hey, we want to tell you something." I said, "What is it?" Said, we want to make it clear that our God didn't take your boys' lives. I'm like, really? Well, who did? Said Christian God. I'm like, oh, interesting. Okay, you know. And these guys were able to tell me some things that was not made public knowledge. And how they knew these things, I'm going to assume was supernaturally done by their belief system. And but they knew things that was not made public. And as I asked them, I said, how do I know y'all are the real deal? And they said, because this, and this. And I'm like, oh, okay. And they said, the Christian God did. Christian God took your boys. And I'm like, oh, well, that's not cool. And so we had a little heart to heart. Now, I would never go to Satanism, obviously, because that's dark, and I don't do dark. I'm a white lighter. But having said that, I thought it was very interesting. We had a very interesting conversation up in Ohio. Now, granted, this was years and years ago, but we had an interesting conversation, and
Yeah.
it was quite different. But yeah, one of my boys is buried up there, Clayton Eugene. He's buried up there in Children's Graveyard up there. And so yeah, my two boys died up in Ohio. Why would I go back to Christianity after that? And then two destroyed marriages, two dead boys, damn near lost everything. Why in the world would I go back? I'd have to be nuts.
J Skull donated $5 through Super Chat. He truly is a goddamn lunatic. Imagine being a judge and hearing this fool blabber on about the supernatural FFS.
Yeah, apparently one of his, I think family court it was, he was casting spells. Interesting. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it.
Nuts to go back. And the very people that are attacking me and trying to destroy me, they claim to be Christian too. Well, where was the Christian God when they were stealing my mom's shit and leaving her destitute? Where was the Christian God in all that? Where was the Christian God when they left 2 blockages in my daddy's chest and he keels over dead? Where was the Christian God in that? You know, I'd have to be crazy to go back to Christianity, especially after giving 20 years of my life to it. I gave 20 years of my life to Christianity. I was out on the street preaching Christian, preaching that stuff. Never again. Never again. I lost my kids, man. I lost my 2 boys over that shit. That's not cool. That's not cool at all. Not cool at all, man. Go back to Jesus. No, I don't think that's happening, Slick. I don't think that's going to happen, bro. Sorry. Do you think the U.S. military is ready to join in the fight, or is it still weak, like you said a month ago? Weak in what way? You know, Biden administration did a good job of weakening our military readiness. Let me correct myself. So, I mean, you know, are we ready for a full-on conflict with somebody major, like, say, Russia or China? I don't know. You know, I'm out of the loop for a good portion of what's out there. So, I don't know. But like I said, though, the Biden administration and the Obama administration really did a number on our FBI, our CIA, and our military. There's no doubt about that. That's not in question. That's not up for debate. I would like to believe we are at readiness. Apparently, what I'm hearing through the grapevine is that all the branches of the military are seeing record recruiting all across the board for every conceivable. I mean, dog catcher, for fuck's sake, is off the charts. Okay, so you know they're seeing record recruiting. So we might be there. We might be there. I want to believe we're there. Obviously, I want to believe we're there and that we're ready to go. everything's back to so-called normal. I wouldn't believe that, but yeah, it's something But yeah, I want to believe we're at readiness if we can be. Salmon's New World Order. I don't know. I think you're reaching there, but I hope, if nothing else, this unparalleled Israeli aggression keeps you guys from platforming Sammy and his pro-nuclear fire views for a while. And I don't know. That's up to John, not up to me. Von just gives us the full story on the, and I will send you. I can't, and I won't, because I said I would stop talking, and I'm trying to keep my word. In fact, you all need to stop bringing it up. You need to stop bringing shit up. That's if you get over 30 years. If you get the cash option, you'd have 70 million. Well, yeah, but you're taking less money with the cash option, though. See, you get less money. In fact, you get half of what you would normally get, because I think it was like 122 million after the government gets theirs. But if you take the cash option of that, and it's only 70 million, that's not cool. Now, here's the thing, though. If you take the cash option and it's only 70 million, you have to give the government half of that, which means you only get 35 million. Which means you only get a fraction of what you're supposed to get. Right? Yeah. So that's next to nothing. And I tell you, oh, well, fine, $35 million is a lot of money. Think so? Go ask a real estate agent if it's a lot of money. Do it. Do it right now, even. Grab a well, no, you can't now. It's 11 o'clock at night. But grab a real estate agent and say, hey, man, is 32 million a lot of money in real estate, or is it kind of iffy? Real estate agent may shock you what they say. They may shock you. Because I tell you, $1 million ain't what it used to be. Back in my day, $1 million, you're set for life. $1 million today, not so much. Not so much. You could do pretty good on it. But I tell you, like I said, tell a real estate agent that, what happens if a person wins the lottery, and they get 32 million, if that's a lot of money. Real estate agent may shock you at what they say. Because I tell you, $1 million isn't what it used to be. $1 million used to be a shit ton of money. It ain't. You go get an apartment in New York right now. Right now.
You'd be thankful you don't have that. That's a fucking bill you don't want, bud.
Yeah, because that's what, $2,000 to $3,000 a month. Okay, we'll figure that up for 10 years. What is $2,000 or $3,000 a month for 10 years? Figure it up. Go ahead, figure that shit up. Yeah, quite a shock, isn't it? So I mean, you think $1 million is a lot of money, but see, that ship sailed a long time ago. It ain't millions now; it's billions. And in say 2035, 2040, it won't be billions; it'll be trillions. Okay, because time marches on, brother. It don't stop for nobody. It marches on. So, $1 million sounds like a lot of money. It's not. Ask any real estate agent. They'll tell you. They'll set you straight on that shit. Let's see here. What are we doing? Where is my dog? He's back there in the back room, laying down on the semi-cold floor, trying to stay cool. It's really humid in here. Really humid in here. On the Millions page, they have the cash option right under the advertised jackpot. Right, but you still got to pay taxes on it, bro. Yeah, it's 70 million if you take the cash option, but you have to pay taxes on it, which means you only get 35 million. The government, the federal, state, and local government is going to take half of whatever you win. If I win 250 million, they're going to take half of that shit, which will leave me with 125 million. If I win $2 million, the government will take $1 million and I'll get $1 million. That's just how it is. Just how it is, man. Couldn't you sleep and direct the nuclear stream to fling to where you want? Oh, you mean me go to sleep and astral project and try to contain these nuclear power plants if they get damaged? Actually, I'm sworn to protect and defend the United States, but obviously if it was demonic, it would affect the whole world, and therefore I would be compelled to react. But, you know, I don't know about defending individual countries. I'm not entirely certain on that one. I would probably have to consult the gods on that, actually. Because, you know, I swore an oath to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I did not swear to protect and defend Iran. Okay? I didn't swear to protect and defend Iran. So, oh, the cash option is 117.3. Okay, well, 117.3 is not what you said. You said 70. That's what you said to me. That's what you said to me. You didn't say 117. You said 70. All right, 117. See, that changes it. Okay, so that'd be 55. Be 55 million, not 70. It'd be 55 million because the government's going to take half of that. Okay, so half of 117 would leave me with 55, right? There, you know, give or take. 55, 57, whatever. And so it wouldn't be 70, no matter how you slice it. It would be 55. It would be 55. I can't drive 55. Forgot to donate. Yep. Nope. Sorry, silent spoke. Whoa, Nelly. Whoa, Nelly. Whoa, Nelly. Newsflash. In order to do anything in this world, you have to have money. How much money do I have again? Oh, yeah, I have no money. When you don't have any money, you can't do shit in this world. Newsflash. It's an amazing thing. No money, can't do shit. You have money, then you can do shit. It's an amazing concept. Get it up here, trolls. You gotta have money to do shit. Okay? I can't do a damn thing without no money. All right? That's why I'm hoping I'll win tomorrow. If I win tomorrow, I get a little money. I don't even necessarily need the millions. I just need to win a substantial amount of money in order to be able to pay them back, be able to make repairs on the property, and you know, et cetera, et cetera. So that's it. Hi, Yvonne. Well, hi, 245. Do you think the U.S. military is ready? No, probably not. Biden and Obama did a real good number on the military. They really tore the military to shit. Aren't you a little old for the Satanist phase? What? What are you talking about? I am not a Satanist. You know, Satanism is a derivative of Christianity, right? And I am not a Christian. Do I look like a Christian? Because I'm not a Christian. Satanism is a derivative of Christianity, not paganism. Satanism is a derivative of Christianity. Now, they took our pentagram, flipped it upside down, and put a ghost head on it. But that's about the extent. Satanism is a derivative of Christianity, not paganism. Not paganism. Okay? Clarify that. What? $300 walking away. See you, bye. See you, bye. Put some real money on the table, motherfucker. Put some real money on the table. As they say in Fallout 4, put some real money on the table. Not only that, but how do I know the money's gonna be on my cash app? How do I know that? Right? Yeah, I don't. Do I? Vaughn, have you asked Mouse if she would let you move in? Secular Opinion says she is doing better. Are you guys serious as a fucking heart attack on that shit? Mouse was in a mental institution. I don't know if she still is, but she was in a mental institution. Mouse has 7, count them, 7 mental disorders. Mouse has 5 different personalities, none of which is the one I married. The woman I married does not exist. She has been replaced by 5 different personalities. Personalities that you can go on her Facebook and read for yourself. One personality is a police officer. One personality is a registered nurse. One personality is a college student with a master's degree. Another personality is a housekeeper, I believe. Obviously, I'm banned on Facebook, so I can't go there and get up to speed on what's going on over on Facebook. But she had 5 personalities, all of which is documented on Facebook. So she is messed up, messed up. You guys got CPS to destroy that poor girl, and that's just evil. It's just evil. But anyways, I don't think that'll happen. Things are different down here than they are in other states. Kentucky is a Commonwealth state, folks. Things are done differently in Kentucky, just so you know. If you get, hi, Brittany. If you get the full jackpot, you get it over 30 years. And the payments of those 30 years are not equal, Vaughn. Well, okay, maybe so. The story will come out one way or another. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you one way or another. Yeah, no, that's all right. You should put that air conditioning on. What air conditioning? I don't have any. You would be 91 when you got the last payment. You have a point. Okay, you have a valid point, but see, they take so much of it. You know, they you know, if they only took like 10% or 5%, I wouldn't mind getting the cash amount. If they don't take 5 or 10%, they take damn near 50%. You know, they take almost 50% of it. Like I said, the cash option is $117 according to what you just said. Okay, well, 117 divided by 2 is how much? Because they take half. Federal, state, and local takes half of that money. All right, so 117, let's say 110, so that'd be 55. Be 55 million. All right, that's still a lot of money. That's true, but I mean that's only a fraction of 248 million, right? It's only a fraction of it. So that's that's kind of messed up. But you have a valid point that I probably ought to get the cash option and take the money and run, as it were, due to the fact of my age and various and sundry other things that I won't go into any detail on. But yeah, obviously. But see, they take so damn much of your money when they do that. If they took 5 or 10%, I wouldn't care.
Yeah. Well, that's what they do. They're parasites. They take money and they don't even fucking work for it. That's sure.
You say they take 41%. Okay, well, now that ain't what I heard. What I've heard is they take 50%. Because it's federal.
Well, 40% is damn near almost half anyway. Fuck, man.
Yeah, it's almost half anyway.
It's almost half anyway. Stop fucking splitting
yeah, we're splitting
hairs here. It's fucking half.
Yeah, we're splitting hairs here.
Splitting fucking hairs, man.
Almost half. Whatever. It's still a lot. I could see them taking 5 or 10%. I cannot see them taking 40 or 50%. That's just outrageous.
That's how fucking outrageous. Let's go for what it is. It's how fucking outrageous.
Let's call it what it is. Theft.
Yeah, they don't even work. The government didn't even work for it. The government
didn't work for that money. That's theft. That is theft. Pay your bills. Oh, I'd love to. I'd love to.
Oh, we got a troll out there. Let me hold on a second. Let me get rid of some of these trash bags.
Well, why don't you donate, and then I can. How about that? Why ain't you guys been done? You guys gave fucking TJ $750. You gave Drunken Peasants $909. You gave Ernie Chrysler $1,000. But you can't swing no money my way. Why? Why is that, trolls? Why is that? What is your wallet broken or something? I mean, what's up? What's up with that? Your gods don't give a shit about you.
Who said that?
Brett Dornoff. Well, Brett, let me tell you something, okay? The gods said they would restore my life. They would fix what was broken. They just got in kind of late on they're a little late to the party. A lot of damage was done. And so I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give them a chance to do what they say they're going to do, which is fix me, restore everything back to the way it was before all this hullabaloo got started. That's what they said they wanted to do it. I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt and let them do it. Now obviously that requires faith on my part. That requires me standing back and let them do their thing. Which I'm fully prepared to do. But if somebody says, "Hey, we're going to restore you," hang in there. I'm going to hang in there and see if they actually do. And if they do, great. If they don't, okay. And I got to look at my options after that then. But I'm crazy enough to give them a chance. I'm crazy enough, let them see what they're going to do. Because they may pull a Hail Mary at the last second just as they're about to make a touchdown. You don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. You know, you guys
Anyone
aren't
else
very
out in the
optimistic.
comments fund that needs to be taken out? Anyone else you see out there that needs
Let me look.
Someone says Solar Marshall's going to be homeless too. Holy shit. Solar's going to be
Solar
homeless.
Marshall's going to be homeless. Why? Why would
I
Solar
thought he
Marshall
had a
be?
good government job. I thought
I thought he had a big government job. Why would he be? He works for the fucking government. He's making big bucks. Why would he be homeless? You're not making no sense, dude. And there's no reason for him to be homeless. I mean, that motherfucker's riding around in $100,000 fucking Harley Davidson. I mean, does that sound like somebody that's going to be homeless to you? Yeah, no. He ain't going to be homeless. I don't know where y'all got that from. He pulled that one out of the ether, out of nowhere. Let's see here. Well, I said what 245. I said I would not discuss those things, and I'm not going to discuss those things. Period. End of story. Penny Solar Marshall is probably not going to be homeless. I do not think Solar Marshall will be homeless. Somebody that's riding around on a $100,000 Harley Davidson is not going to be homeless anytime soon. I don't think, because if he can afford a Harley Davidson like that, he can afford anything. He's not going to be homeless. I don't know where you got it from. Most likely you got it from some troll, and there's no truth to it that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of. Now, having said that, do I know all of Solar Marshall's business? No. I am not a YouTube troll, so I don't pry into other people's business. And it could be that Solar Marshall's in financial straits, but I don't know that. And he hasn't said it. So that's the end of that debate. Ron never used to sing mid-sentence. What? Dude, I sing all the time, man. What have I said in the past? Does anybody remember what I used to say in the past? Never let them steal your song. Because if they steal your song, then they've stolen your joy. And if they steal your joy, then they win. So you never let them steal your song. Never let them steal your joy. Never let them get you down. Never let them see you sweat. All those limericks. Every one of them. Never let them see you sweat, man. Don't let it happen. Vaughn, you could make money doing bum fights vids when you start living in the Burger King parking lot. LOL. Well, Penny, if I end up in the Burger King parking lot, I'm sure you'll be the first one to find out. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Hey, crazier shit has happened, right? Yeah, you never used to say that. Don't let them stop you from singing mid-sentence. Well, no, I never said mid-sentence, but I did say never let them steal your song. I'm on record saying that shit. I've said never let them steal your song. I've said never let them steal your joy. I'm on record saying those things. I've said those things. I don't claim to be the original author of those either, by the way. But I did say them. Have you considered making a TikTok account? I have had people tell me that if I get on TikTok, I might get a lot of views. Okay, that's great. There's just one little teeny tiny problem. You don't make no money. You don't get no money off of TikTok. You get lots of views, but you don't get no money off of TikTok. Or at least I'm not aware of it if you do. So why waste my time on TikTok if I'm not going to get any money out of it? Right? You know, that's just another website that I have to go to upload my shit, and then I don't get paid. So, I mean, I don't see the point. I don't see the point. Now, it could be where you can get paid for your whole channel if you jump through a few hoops, but I'm not aware of that. Okay, I'd have to Google it, I guess, find out.
Now you're yawning, Von. Shit.
Hey, you made me do it. Mike Tim dude is out there. Wow, I haven't seen him in a long time. People make tons of money on TikTok. Great. Give me one name. One. Just one. Because I'm not aware of it. I'm not aware of anybody making money on TikTok. I'm not. I'm being serious. I've never heard of anybody making a shit ton of money. If people were making a lot of money on TikTok, it'd be all over the fucking internet. People would be talking about it, right? Yeah. I mean, if you go to TikTok and make shit tons of money, people will be talking about that. Well, guess what? Nobody's talking about it. So I'm more inclined to believe that no, you don't get anything on TikTok other than views, which is nice, I guess. But I mean, you know, well, now, having said that, if you get a lot of views on TikTok, you can kind of point them to, you know, your Cash App or your PayPal or whatever, and get them to pay you that way, perhaps. But TikTok itself, I don't believe, has any type of way of, you know, just clicking a button and giving Bond $100. I don't think they do. I don't think they have that. I could be wrong, because I'm obviously not on TikTok, but I don't think so. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. TikTok is where it's at, huh? What is the plan B? Don't know yet. I got to cross that bridge when I get to it. There are several options open to me. We'll see what happens. I will keep you apprised. Maybe. Nah. Maybe not. I may get off the internet again. Do you trolls remember when I was off the internet for 2 years and y'all called the FBI, the CIA, and the police out to my house? Y'all remember that shit? I may go off the internet again, but this time you won't know where I'm going. And therefore you won't be able to send anybody out to aggravate, which would be a good thing. But I'm thinking about it. In fact, John brought it up the other day. That if I win the lottery, me and him's going to Arizona, getting off the fucking internet, and you'll never see or hear from us again. Period. End of story. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm taking things one day at a time, and I'm driving on with my bad self. Secular is sniping your Vonception. Unfortunately, YouTube allows people to steal your intellectual property and use it on their own channel, which should be a crime. In fact, I think it is a crime, but YouTube says that because they're a private company, it's not a crime to steal my intellectual property and use it on their channel, which I don't know about that, YouTube. You might want to consult with your legal team on that, because I'm pretty sure if people are stealing my intellectual property and using it to make money, that's a crime. In fact, I'm almost certain it's a crime. So you might want to talk with your legal team, YouTube, about all these motherfucking trolls posting my face, using my voice to make money, which I'm pretty damn sure is illegal. So you might want to talk to your legal team about that, YouTube. See what they say. I'm pretty damn sure that shit's illegal. But I could be wrong. Everything's so convoluted these days, I could be wrong. Hopefully I am not, though. Secular is sniping you. Now that's like I said, unfortunately YouTube allows for that, sadly. Are the grifters mad that they have to pay the marshal's office for them to get out? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. The grifters don't give me any fucking money. All they do is just harass the fuck out of me on the internet. They don't give me any money. Unless you're talking about somebody else. The grifters, if I'm going by what you're saying, you know, they're a type of troll. They're a type of hater online. In fact, they're a specific type of hater. Grifters are typically haters that attack you in computer games, specifically. Not always, of course, but the vast majority of grifters are usually found in online computing, online gaming. So you might want to clarify your statements or whatever. Anyway. Hey, Bon, I'm still waiting for the cops. Yeah, I'm sure you are. Just hang in there. Be patient. Be patient. Be patient. Yeah. One of you considered copywriting? No. Do you play the same numbers? I use Quick Pick. That way nobody can say I cheated. I always use Quick Pick. That way nobody can come to me later and say I cheated. Oh, you cheated. We got to take that money back. Yeah, I don't need that shit. That's why I use a Quick Pick. That way they can't claim I cheated. Do. Ah. How does it feel to be? No one knows what it's like to be the bad man, to be the sad man behind blue eyes. No one knows what it's like to be hated. None of my peers or woes can show through. But my dreams, they aren't as empty as my conscience seems to be. You trolls wouldn't know that song because that's a good song.
Much older than they are. They're too young for that.
Yeah, they're too young for that shit. They're too young. Do you buy the lottery tickets online or in person at a store? Both, actually. Both. It just depends. Sometimes I'll get them online. Sometimes I'll get them if I'm out. It just depends. Just depends. But I always use quick pick. That way nobody can accuse me of cheating. Because that's the last thing I need is for them to come up one day. Oh, you cheated. We got to take all that money away from you. Yeah, no. That's why I always play quick pick. That way they can't say I cheated ever, because I use their own shit. Make videos. What videos? What are you talking about? I got $200 for you. Okay, well, funny. My Cash App is not ringing. What's the problem? You said you got $200. Well, put it on my Cash App. I'm sitting here waiting. I mean, Cash App ain't doing shit, so I don't know what's going on with you. The Cash App ain't doing a damn thing. It's just sitting there. You know, you want shit to do something, man. You're gonna have to. Storms are possible tomorrow. It says. Interesting. Yeah, man. You notice my mobile device is not binging. So, what want me to say? Holy shit, it's Rizla in the outside chat. Oh my god.
Who's that?
Rizla. Long time troll. Yeah, long time troll.
Oh, you got rid of him?
Yeah, sure. See you, Rizla. You were leaving now. Bye. Yeah, that's Rizla. Yeah, long time troll. You should let the chat donate. He doesn't qualify for super chat. John does not qualify for super chat. You have to get a certain amount of views, and it has to be consistent over time. You know, you can't just do a live show and get 1,000 views and then get monetization. It doesn't work that way. You have to consistently get 1,000 views or
Not sure what happened there, folks. I think they tuned out. I think Johnny cut her short or something. Johnny cut the cord. That's okay. We got more stuff. So that was a little impromptu. That took up a huge chunk of tonight's show with a whole lot of just nothing. But, I mean, you know, soak it in while you can, because who knows with Vaughn when it's going to be. But we got more content. Oh, yes, we have more content. Let's get back to this. I want to check out the MEAD Master Returns, a little bit of Rev Quit, and we got more Von Helton. So it all works out for everybody. We get to skim through the next, folks.
We'll be right back after these messages.
America! Hey! I don't give a fuck. Yeah. You too. It's your boy back on it with another video. Just sitting here munching on my ramen in a food hack. The 4 meats and that with the spices that I add in the seasoning. Ooh, that is fire, son. Then I take an entire bag of Withers Original chewy caramels. I unwrapped all of them in the pack. Wrapper free, stick them in the jar. I'm gonna make this happen, Captain. Take our pure cane sugar. Need about 2 cups of that. So I did an entire bag of these chewy caramel candies. With 2 cups of sugar, and then about drain the box. We're gonna need some local and unfiltered honey. You know, while I'm making some apple silk mead, I'm gonna be drinking a Bud Light. Making/drinking alcohol for 21 and up. Pour the entire thing of honey into the jar with the caramels and the sugar. If there's any excess in there, I'll just take a little bit of water and swish it around the bottle and clean out as much as we can. This honey and sugar, and you know, try to like dissolve it a little bit in the apple juice. And now, have I made homemade hooch before? Yes, I have. And the juice we're going to make it out of is Mott's 100% apple juice. So you know it's the good shit. I can't remember the last time I fucking made a batch of mead, you know, and I've been wanting to make one for ages. But that Halloween batch that I did last year was so terrible, I was just like, ugh. It's just a little bit of water right there to that point. Just so we don't waste any of the honey that we're using for our mead. Go ahead and dump that in there. It's pretty cleaned out, you know, that locals, raw and unfiltered honey is where it's at. Well, there's original caramel chewy candies. I'm going to pour just a little bit in the bottom so we can dissolve the sugar in the honey, you know. I mean, making homemade wine is pretty basic shit, you know. Now, this spoon has seen every batch of mead that I've made. Yeah, after about fucking 12 days of this shit, you want to filter out the apples and stuff. Now, let's be discreet about this, of course, but here's the thing of it. My autistic ass is not responsible if you get grounded because your ass gets caught making homemade hooch. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a very cheap and easy way to make homemade alcohol. That's why I'm doing it, and I haven't made a jar of mead in quite some time, and mead is basically honey wine. So it's all coming together pretty smoothly. Stickers are off. Wash my fingers. And I cut them in half until you know, like that. And just drop them into the jar, and we're going to do that with both of these apples. We're going to cut them in half. Oh, just like that. Beautiful. I'm going to cut these little slices into easier to manage chunks. You know, when you're making homemade alcohol, it's important that you want to give your yeast a healthy, you know, environment to breathe. I mean, you see me making it here, you know, la-di-da. Let's add some more of that Mott's 100% juice. The apple in this mead will give the yeast a proper send-off, it will. And yeah, do make homemade alcohol at your own fucking convenience. Yeah, let's crack open another Mott's. This will make for a nice base for some apple silk mead. You see the caramels and the sugar and the honey at the bottom. Enjoying some of the delicious ramen food hack I had earlier that I did. It's fucking bloody good. It's got 4 meats. Yeah, it's delicious. This is some of the yeast my YouTube fans have sent me. I've made wine before, so I know what I'm doing to a point. And I'm gonna pour this, a little scoop of this 18%. Just enough. Just a fucking enough. Yeah, that should do it. Here comes a lot of people's favorite fucking parts, you know. Pouring that yeast right into our homemade mead jar. Look at that. Now the idea, YouTube, after we do this and we get it all jarred up, ready to go, we're gonna let this mead rest for 12 to 13 days to allow the fruit and the juice and everything to just do its thing. That'll allow the caramels to melt. See, I left a little bit of room at the top for it to burp a little bit, you know. I didn't like completely fill it. And we have officially 1 jar of apple silk mead being brewed. Making your own homemade wine is fun, rewarding, but it is for 21 and up. And YouTube. I'm not responsible if your ass gets caught trying to make some hooch when you're not old enough to drink, you dig? On top of that, you can also get severely sick from making this. I've never gotten sick off a single match that I've tried, so I'm pretty happy with that. Fucking beautiful, YouTube. We got ourselves a jar of fucking mead, yeah? Celebrate getting the YouTube channel back, slaying trolls, slaying sickos, you know, just doing our thing, man. And yeah, I'll drink to that. Making your own alcohol is not that time consuming, but that's how you make some goddamn apple silk mead. It's a honey apple mead. Mead is basically honey and wine. It's a honey wine. Pretty easy to make, pretty straightforward.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Alright, so I'm going to jump over now to a little fat photog. Get some recaps. Get some what's been going on here, folks. If you're not subscribed, please go over and subscribe. I put out the link. Of course, been keeping up with the Vaughn stuff, but there's been some stuff, like, this is a few days old now. And like I said, Shani has been streaming. But Rev calling it quits. Let's go back in time and check this out.
Last time on Shani Balls.
Folks.
But, what am I saying? Never mind. Just get me off this rock.
No, the THC deal, okay? I'm just saying.
We shouldn't be talking about it. Please?
Oh my god.
Thank you. They'll get you on it.
Fucking bullshit. If we really want to crack people's minds in half, we might wanna think about playing some Johnny Kleck shit.
Oh Lord. It's not alien type shit though. It's
no,
more
I'm
religious
just saying.
based.
I'm saying shit that means something. Anyway.
Well,
this is entertaining and everything, but it really doesn't mean shit. Doesn't.
Okay. Whatever you say, hon.
It's true. It's entertainment.
No, it's not.
It's pretty nuts, dude.
Jesus
it's pretty nuts.
Christ, you're so cynical.
And now you can't.
And that's all they know is this underwater world. They don't know anything else. You've heard of that too, right?
What?
Okay, never mind. I'm not. You're just in a bad mood.
I have gotten 1 hour's sleep.
So have I. So.
No, you slept before.
I'd believe the one who's laid back about the situation, not the drama queen. I'm just saying.
It's a huge compliment, Eraserhead.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Jeez, baby. Bud Dicker said, "You're doing great, Bud. You're holding it together."
No. I want to be off of here now.
La la. Okay.
Well, now we know. You just unplug, plug in, and it's back to... Okay.
There is no light.
There are 4 lights.
There is no light.
There are 4 lights.
Probably look like shit. No, not really. I have a nice clean face. I look nice and showered. All right. So I'm on here. We gotta talk about just breezing.
Right. If you're gonna talk about this, I'm gone.
I'm
gonna go in the kitchen.
Yeah, you go in the kitchen. I'll just talk amongst ourselves.
Okay.
I mean, you could handle it though.
No, I can't.
Here.
Here. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Then I will be able to handle anything.
That's right. So, dudes, I was just called out by Just Breezin', folks, on her channel, live, for just going in her channel and saying hi, right? She's like, oh my God, Foodie's, missing, and Shani now came on my channel, great, like my day can't get any better now. And I'm like, what the fuck did I do? She's mad at me because once again, I forgive. She was saying that I was choosing Rev over my son, right? No, in case if you don't remember that situation, I actually fought with him over it.
Because he's acting like a bitch. He said he would work with AI.
Don't call my son a bitch.
He's acting like a little bitch.
I'm Jason William Egroff.
He is.
We had a fight over it. And I didn't speak to him for a couple days afterwards. Or choosing Rev over my son? No. That's not it at all. Was I just supposed to break up with Jason over a fight he had with my son? Or should I have done exactly what I've told my sons to do when they're having problems with someone and someone comes to you genuinely and says, I'm sorry, you forgive them? Rev is not just my boyfriend. He's a family member. Which means I'll hold him over a higher esteem than some stranger over the internet because he's family. I love my family members unconditionally. Every single one of them, no matter how assifying they are. And there are plenty of assholes in my family. Yeah, they forgave Breezy for her past actions. Exactly. I forgave Breezy. She came in here, said, I'm sorry, Shani, and I automatically forgave her. But I'm not supposed to forgive Rev. I'm supposed to just drop kick him and say bye.
Drop kick me, huh?
Oh, so you're just supposed to leave people who have mental issues. Okay. That's your problem, not mine. I don't think that way.
No, I think it would be for the best of both of us at this point. Honestly, I do.
What?
I'm so sick of my life being this way.
I'm fine right now. I'm just wondering what other people's deal is, and I really don't care to tell you the truth.
I told you a long time ago you should leave me. You should. I should be alone.
You're okay.
I'm a danger to people.
You're okay.
No, I'm not.
No, you lost your self-esteem, and please stop with the negativity. I don't want it.
It's just true.
I don't want it. What's weird, wasn't she a mod for you? Yeah, and I get called out.
You're also a threat to her because your channel probably gets better shit views. Or
I might be a threat to her, but that's not a reason to hate on me. Is for me to forgive you. Like I've done multiple times, because that's in my nature. Like, I forgive people. Because he really doesn't mean this. He's just grouchy right now. He'll come back and be like saying something completely different.
No, I'm telling you the truth. But I'm moving on now. Because we choose to live in fictions, really.
We made love last night.
Yes, I know. I'm saying it's for the best of you, the boys, everybody.
No, it's not.
In your life.
No, it's not.
Whatever.
I wouldn't let them get to your head like that and make you think like you're a piece of shit. But you know what, Breezy? You're unmodded for that
I'm
shit.
not a piece of shit. I have horrible bipolar moments and I am dangerous.
Yeah, but I know how to deal with it.
As simple as that.
I know how to deal with it. I'm a professional.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think people don't get is I took care of people with mental health problems.
Yeah, you did. And you.
I would have never left them either.
You really do know how to deal well with stuff like that I deal with.
Yes,
like,
I do.
You know
I'm a
how,
professional.
You know how it goes.
I'm okay with you. Don't worry, and don't be so hard on yourself.
No, I just know truths. That's all.
Don't be so hard on yourself, honey.
Whatever. Okay. Whatever.
And don't be so hard on yourself.
Okay.
Thank you, Dollar Tree World. You'll be okay. There's plenty of bipolar people in here, too.
I know.
So, like, they understand it, saying fucked up shit out of your mouth that you don't really mean. They understand that. Yeah. I don't understand how Breezy doesn't understand it, though. Like, she struggled a long time. And we've been doing nothing but sticking up for her. And to find out she's mad at me like that? Blasting me in front of everyone like that?
Is she married?
No, she hates men.
Oh, that. Now I get it.
Breezy started the shit about Rev kicking Watermelon. Breezy was the one who did that?
When I stood up for her so much with Chantal, I'm so sick of this.
What?
I am so sick of this.
What? See you next Tuesday. Well,
you want to get me arrested, Breezy? Is that what it is? Well, I've done nothing but be nice and love you.
Wow.
I'm so completely done with this shit.
Aren't you a backbiter, you little asp?
I love Watermelon. And she's become now a lap cat to me.
He never touched Watermelon.
No, I never kicked. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh.
I would know that, and I would personally kick his ass for that.
You me for that, dude.
I would.
I know that.
You see, she made up with me.
She did make up with you.
I love this girl. I love her.
She was mad at you for a while.
Yeah, because I smacked her.
Well, you're unmodded, bitch.
I can't believe it.
What a backstabber. Breezy, you're a backstabber. Chantal was right about you.
I don't understand it, man. This is why I want to leave the internet completely.
Shani has she has a video of Jason saying he smacked her off the counter.
Okay, I may have said something like that, but I literally, the video is there somewhere. I picked her up and put her down. I didn't smack her. I picked her up and put her on the floor.
An old live Breezy was sniping you guys. There's a clip with Rev saying that in the background, or he's just repeating what other people said.
Well, yeah, there's
like
that.
I didn't say.
Guys, you can see the video of it. I'm sure it's on X Archive or something. I literally took her from my desk and put her down. That's what I did.
Yeah.
There was no that. There was no. I literally.
He never hurt Watermelon.
No.
She subtitled it saying he smacked her. Ah, but he didn't actually say it, did he? It was a subtitle. You see how you're so easily manipulated, you stupid asses?
I would admit to it.
I could imagine you saying that.
I'm telling you, I would admit to it if I did it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? I admit that I hit Zach a couple times. Yeah, that happened. At the time, I didn't even know I did that because I blacked out. I completely blacked out.
Lord, people can see how much y'all love your pets. I know, every time they enter the room, we're like, hello.
Hi, baby.
You have to.
Oh. Okay, she's done.
No. If I said I smacked her, that was my stupidity being high. I was constantly high then.
He didn't smack her.
No, I didn't. The video
And I'm not
there.
sticking up for him just to stick up for him.
But the video's there.
Yeah.
The video, I may have said that. That's possible because I was a high moron a lot of times in that time. But I remember the video.
I know she called me out over forgiveness again. If that's my greatest crime to forgive, I am okay with Jesus.
This is why I want to leave the internet for good.
I am being persecuted by so many people for forgiven. I am so good with Jesus.
Yeah.
If that's my greatest crime is forgiven.
If I said that, it was stupid fucking bullshit because I didn't.
Yeah, because I smacked her.
I literally took her off the desk and put her on the floor. And the video is out there. I know it is. From that stream. I know the video's there. There's no smacking.
No.
There was Watermelon. I got mad at her because I was reading the Bible. And she was being like demonic. Bothering me. And she jumped up on the desk. And I said, Watermelon. I put her down on the
This
floor.
is so stupid. It's years ago. I can't even remember that shit.
She loves the shit out of me. Too much.
Stop it. This is what you wanted. You wanted this reaction.
I know. Why would you guys...
And continuing to point fingers at someone for years over something that happened years ago.
What? Don't get mad at her for anything. Okay? Don't get mad at her for nothing. If you're gonna... The actions are me, right? So throw it all on me. Don't put any shit on her. That don't make no sense. She didn't do shit. Oh, you want her to leave me. And as long as she doesn't leave me, she's a piece of shit. That's insane. This is her life. This is her fucking life. If she decides to forgive me 70 times 7 like Jesus told her to, that's her prerogative. Look, when this thing happened with Zachary, I said to her, I will leave now if you want your sons and you think that this will impact you get having or not having your sons. I said, no questions, I'm gone for your sons. She said, no, I don't want that. That doesn't mean she's a bad person. She's literally forgiving her mate. And I don't know what the fuck difference it makes to you if she decides to live her life that way in forgiveness, like Jesus literally said forgive. I think this is a really clear, fucking simple thing. It's none of your business. But you want her leaving me because you want this breakup arc deal.
Well, I'm just going to say it's not going to happen.
Yeah, because we fucking love each other.
Because I'm still going to believe in Jesus, and I'm still going to believe in his words and his agape.
Right. No, Shanny, you should be an unforgiver. You should absolutely reject him.
It says in the Bible, if you can't forgive others, God will not forgive you. That came right out of the lips of Jesus.
That's right.
If you cannot forgive others, God will not forgive you. I have the fear of wisdom, or the beginning of wisdom, which is fear of God. And knowing my salvation depends on the forgiveness of others. Do you want me to ignore that?
I'm just not doing this to myself. I beat myself up so much over this shit already, just in my own head.
I know.
I don't...
And these are things that the family forgives.
Yeah, Will was just in here day before yesterday, said Dad. He calls me Dad.
Yeah, and we were talking fine.
Yeah, we love the boy. Everything's always good.
So...
And now I understand his position on AI. I'm glad I understand where he's coming from.
If you have a problem with me forgiving, you're probably damned, and I probably wouldn't want you in my life anyway.
Yeah.
Period.
I did nothing but take up for Breezy. When I heard Chantal popping on her for losing her child to a bottle, I said, you're a disgusting fuck for bringing that shit up. I went on her hard. What do I get? This from the bitch. It's unbelievable.
Yep.
Like, all we do is fucking...
She asked us for forgiveness. We forgave her.
And then you push a rumor that I fucking kicked my cat. You're a piece of shit. You're a fucking whore.
Next time on Shitty Ballsy.
Everyone's getting their sweet too.
Everybody got one. Jesus.
You know what? Does these, like, influencers ever consider about the people who don't get a Switch 2, who are too poor and can't afford one, but they'd really like one? Have they ever considered that? No, instead they brag. Look at me, I got the Switch 2. Yeah!
Boss level.
Yeah! Braggarts.
I'm guilty of that. I did that with the PS5, so...
I know. That was shitty, too. I told him not to post it.
I roll.
Be jealous, punks! You're gonna offend people. I don't give a shit. Okay, fine.
I don't give a shit.
But then, you get the penalty for posting it.
No, I didn't. I didn't get any penalty. I like showing off electronics. It's fun.
My point is, being poor sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why bragging about what you get sucks, too.
I agree with you now. I do. Because I know what it's like.
Okay, so that was that. Let's jump to the most recent morning coffee by Vaughn, and we'll get into some UFO action. We'll cap it off with some.
We'll be right back after
with some UFO stuff, folks.
I forgot the UFO story, and then I'll just, I'll tell you some of the things that's happened to me personally that I have personally witnessed, and then you can take it from there. Obviously UFOs, UAPs they're called now. They're not called UFOs anymore. They're called UAPs. And I forgot. The meaning of UAP just is gone. Just out of here. Okay.
All right.
Unidentified aerial phenomenon. There we go.
I'm just going to skip ahead. I don't want to see him read articles for the first part. The second half, he starts telling stories, so I'm just going to skip it up there.
Oh, golly, man. Anyway, that's all DNA. Everything's going. I ain't got that kind of money. So, if y'all had a treble hook in his paw, and I'll lose my work, and I went out, and then to regale you with some stories that I personally experienced. Your mileage may vary. You're free to disbelieve if you wish. However, a lot of them have witnesses. For example, we'll lead it off with the one that started it all. I was in here doing graphics work, and the wife was out filming the moon. Why was she filming the moon, Bob? I don't know. She was filming the moon. But anyway, she's outside filming the moon. Everything's going swimmingly. And then she sees this star, in air quotes. She sees a star twinkling extremely rapid and very, very bright. Much brighter than anything else in the sky. And she screams at me. Well, she didn't scream. She hollered. She didn't really yell either. It was just kind of like very loudly speaking. Says, hey, you need to come out and check out this star. And so, I'm like, okay, I'll be there. And so, I froze my work and I went out, and sure enough, there is this bright star, in air quotes, that's twinkling like mad. I mean, it's just, twinkling incredibly fast. And I'm like, honey, I don't think that's a star. I don't think that's a star. And so, she was just fascinated with it. She's like, wow, look at that, look at it. And here's the words that I said. I said, let me go get my camera. All right. Now, as soon as I got those words out of my mouth, let me go get my camera, that star, in air quotes, went from here all the way down to fucking Crane Creek in about half a second. Now, we don't have something that fast, at least not to my knowledge. The fastest thing we got right now is the F-35, and it's fast, but it ain't that damn fast. Okay, but it literally went across the entire horizon in a matter of a millisecond. Okay, and that just, and Andrea was just floored after that. She's like, wow, that really was UFO. I said, yeah, it was really UFO. And so from that experience up until today, I've been having experiences with my ET friends, as I call them. They've been very good to me. They're good to me. I've seen some amazing shit, experienced incredible things. For example, me and a former neighbor of mine were outside, and we're talking about Bill Gates and whatnot, and all of a sudden I see flashing red lights, and then the next thing I know, me and Tim Davison were completely surrounded by UFOs, flashing red lights, and Tim's like, he's kind of like froze, and I'm like, are you all right? He's like, yeah. I said, you didn't shit yourself, did you? He said, no. You sure? Yeah. And I'm like, okay, we'll just stay still and let me scan you, and we'll be fine. And he did. And so that was it. We were okay. They coped and went back to doing what they're doing. That was an experience. Now, I saw 4 ships, but now Tim Davidson said there was 2 additional ships on either side of us. Now, that could be. I'm willing to defer to that because I didn't really pay attention to them. I knew about the one behind us and the one pros. I didn't know about 2 inside. So I'm deferred to his judgment on it. But it was nice. I had a witness, that saw what I saw. And then later on, and by the way, that was when we were talking about Bill Gates wanting to put all kinds of chemicals in our air, in our food, in our water, in the soil, and all this mRNA shit, whatever. And apparently ETs didn't like that too well. And so then there was another instance which I came to visit, and we were talking outside, and these 2 huge spaceships decloak right over our heads, and they had these little fighter wings zigzagging behind them, and that was just the most awesome shit you ever saw. And I'm sitting there like, oh my God, that's incredible. And I'm like, you see it? He said, yeah, I see it. I'm like, okay. It's just 2 huge spaceships moving low and slow over our heads, and they got these little fighter planes zigzagging behind them. It was great, man. It was awesome. And I'm just like, I was just awestruck, and it was beautiful. They have some of the beautifulest word. Anyway, they have some of the most beautiful colors you've ever seen. Just gorgeous. And so that was another story. Then, and I had this little dog called Floppy, and Floppy had a treble hook in his paw. Painful, very painful. They say, what's a treble hook? A treble hook is a fish hook that has 3 prongs. Hence the name treble, means 3. So he had a trouble with his paw, and I'm like, man, if I pull that, I'm going to tear his foot all the hell. And it's like, I can't afford to take it to the vet because that's $1,000 right there. And it's like, I ain't got that kind of money. So I just kind of half-heartedly said, hey, man, if y'all are free and y'all aren't busy doing shit. And then I forgot about it. I went and started back to work. Well, out of the corner of my eye, I seen this flash. I'm like, okay, that's weird. Go to the living room. And Floppy is sitting on the couch just laughing and smiling and cutting up and, real happy. And I'm like, you're awful happy. And I noticed Dan's paw, both as well. And so I'm like, oh my God. So I went, because I thought maybe he caught it on something and ripped out of his paw. And so I go up there, I run up there, and no blood, no scar, no discernible, marks to, where it got ripped out of his foot or anything. And I'm like, okay, that's it. And he was just happy. He's like, hey, I'm happy. He was pretty upset. I was trying to hold him. It hurt, and it really hurt. And it was gone. It was just absolutely gone. And I searched the living room. I looked at the couch. Pardon me, the couch cushions and everything. And it's gone. No one there. They literally removed it. And I'm like, wow, that was pretty cool. Thank you. And I did. I think I said thank you. It means a lot to him, I'm sure. So that was really cool. That was the beginning of many escapades like that. Various and sundry other things. I had a vision of one of my dogs dying, and found out later it was Robbie, but he was very dead and he was very flat. And they literally put air back into him and brought him back. And I'm like, okay. But I was told that it was for him to be able to say goodbyes. And of course, that was very moving. And apparently, he knew what to say goodbye. He wanted to say goodbye. So that was really nice. Anyway, another story. A big dog, Bubba, had an unfortunate run-in with a deer. Deer bit him right up his belly, cut his belly wide open. And he comes limping up on the porch with his intestines hanging out. And I'm like, oh shit, I can't fix that. Nobody can fix that. The vets can't fix that. And I'm like, man, he's going to be dead by the morning because there's nothing I can do. And once again, I appealed to him. I said, hey, man, if y'all are bored shitless and ain't got nothing to do, would you mind sewing that buddy back up? And to my amazement, I went him back the next morning, expecting to see a dead body on my porch, a dead dog on my porch. Instead, I found a very happy buddy. No marks, no scarring, no blood, no nothing. It's as if it had never happened. And I'm like, I'm just floored. I'm just absolutely floored. And it wasn't long after that incident of him becoming a deer that I got online and I found out about these med beds, and where you can lay in a bed just like Thoth did down in the halls of Monte underground, and you lay in the bed, and the bed will cure you of whatever's wrong with you, and or you can lay in a bed that will give you a new body, and then you get up and hey, I'm 30 years old again, 20 years old again, whatever you want to be. And apparently there's a whole bunch of bodies ready to go, and you can go down into the halls of Monte and you can pop in one bodies, and then you would go mingle with humans. He said it was fun. It was a lot of fun doing that because you got to hear it from the human perspective, how they live, how they relate, etc. And so these med beds, fascinating shit. And apparently it's legit because they're saying now it's going to cost $3,000 to lay in med bed. That's a lot of money, but I mean, if you're dying of cancer, $3,000 doesn't sound like a whole lot, right? Lay in med bed goes all throughout your body, kills all the cancer cells, and get out of med bed just fine. It's crazy. It's crazy, but it's true. Apparently it is true. Now, well, what are the lazy states? I don't know. But I'm hearing that the going price lay-in one is going to be about $3,000. Well, you got it, man. You're fine. There's nothing wrong with you. And like I said, maybe you can even regress back, to some years. Like say, I could lay in bed, and instead of coming out of med at a 60-year-old, I come out of 30. Well, that'd be crazy. That'd be insane, man. But anyway, back to my stories here because I do put it in one video. All right, so this one night there was a woman on the other side of the field, and she was drunk as fuck, and she was just belting out all kinds of death threats and epitaphs and all kinds of stuff. And plain as day, I got this message saying that she posed any harm to you, and I'm like, no, not really. She's a drunk. I don't think she posed any threat. I walked outside, and when I walked outside, there was a bush up against the hill, just on the other side of the divide, and so I'm standing there, and when I said that, I don't think she posed a threat, all these little tiny lights come off of the bush, off of the tree, whatever, and they were all choreographed, and they all moved in the same, like Swan Lake, like a choreographed dance or something, and they were all in unison, they were all swaying and moving. It was absolutely beautiful. It was some of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. And little teeny tiny buggers too, they're real pretty. And once they got done doing their thing, they rose up above the rooftop of the deadline, and then pew, 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 they all worked up. And I'm like, wow, that was just so fucking cool. And in fact, just last night, I saw two ships warp out. And when I say warp out, it's just like in Star Trek. Just like in Star Trek. You see them make a movement and make this light type of effect, and they're gone. And it was just great. It was awesome shit. Because I thought everybody packed up and left. I didn't see, I haven't seen anybody. Wow. I thought, well, hell, they all packed up and left. No, there was two of them over in the distance on the other side of the bridge there, and they just I saw them take off. But very cool stuff. And Buddy went out and was out near the road, which I absolutely don't want him to be, but he does it anyway. So he's out by the road, and this silver car with a hunchback or fastback, hunchback looks like it looked like a hunchback car, silver or gray. And I watched the car speed up and try to hit Buddy, and they did graze him a bit in his head, often cough. And so, he comes on the porch later, and he's got this piece of skull sticking out of his head, and a big old gash in his head. And I'm like, fuck, here we go again. And once again, I appealed to my buddies, the ETs, and I said, hey, you got a spare second, or if you're bored out of your skull, would you care to fix him up? And by God, they did, because if you look at his head now, you can't even tell anything was wrong. And he didn't suffer any brain damage on the way. So it was really nice, man. They do good work. They do extremely good work. And it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I couldn't believe it. Because, he had a big chunk of skull sticking out of his head, for fuck's sake. Big old open wound on his head and shit. I'm like, oh, God. They fixed him up. It's amazing. They fixed him up. And Chucky and Poppy and all, they get damaged, and they don't mind sitting up there, fixing him up, and bringing him back. So I'm like, okay. Because I imagine they get bored, too. It's like, hey, we got something to do, without directly interacting with humans, we got something to do. So I'm like, okay. Pretty cool shit, right? And, they, for whatever reason, they're fascinated with me. I don't know, I don't fully know why, and, I'm not in their head. Besides that's why I should probably see anyway. But, just very cool. Very cool. I've never had any problems, and that's the thing, a lot of people are afraid of ETs. And I can't speak for all the ETs now, because reptilian ETs are dangerous to humans. And the Greys aren't exactly our friends either, because they're the ones that like to experiment on me. So they're not exactly friendly either. So now, who's my ETs? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. They could be humanoid. They could be an octopi for all I know. But they're nice. They do good work. They've been nice to me. They've been nice to my dogs. And so, hell, as far as I'm concerned, my buds, right? I respect them. They respect me. And I don't film them and take pictures. I filmed that one film. My little friend sitting there spiraling in the sky. Slow motion. He took that picture, and he said, "Oh, it's just a star or a dot or a light on a electric pole or something." But when he zoomed in on it with software, it's sitting there doing crazy eights. And Slow motion was blown away with that. He's like, "Oh my God!" But yeah, it's sitting there doing crazy eights. 8 meaning the number of infinity, by the way, and 8 meaning it's either 8 or 9. I can't remember which one, but either 8 or 9 is the number of new beginnings too. But 8 is definitely the number of infinity because it's supposed to loop, right? But it's just but yeah, he zooms in on that. My initial video, my little friend, he zooms in on it, and this thing is doing crazy eights and cartwheels, and and he's like, well, I'm convinced. I'm convinced. So yeah, blew away, and we did that live in real time. So there's no getting around it. You can't say it's photoshopped or some shit. We did it on a live show in real time. He zooms that sucker in, and it's in there doing crazy eights, man. So what the hell? So yeah, there we go. And like I said, they've been really good to me. They've been really good to my boss. Would I be a little bit afraid going up there myself? I don't know. After seeing what they've done for dogs and how they've literally stored them in many cases, there's always going to be some tradition or something that you're not aware of and that you're not familiar with. That's always going to be a thing. But considering all the good work they've done with dogs, I might take a trip up there, just for shits and giggles. Maybe even fix my lymphedema in my leg. That would be nice. Who knows? They scoop me up and take me up there and slap me in the bed and fix my lymphedema and my congestive heart failure and high blood pressure and all the other things that's ailing me, and I come out in bed a new man. You never know. I wanted to put my stories in one video. That we just focus on one video and go on the stories. I'm trying to think if there's anything else other than just seeing various ships. Now further down Crane this way, there was a big base ship, and for whatever reason it was an orange color. And I was like, orange? What does orange mean? Well, I don't know. Yellow typically means caution, but what the fuck does orange mean? Well, I don't know. Caution stop. Since orange is kind of merged between red and yellow, maybe it's orange stop or something, or stop orange. I don't know. Or stop yellow, stop caution, stop caution. But yeah, it was orange. It was huge too. And you could see stuff being uploaded into the base. A lot of it, my little buddy, before the other troops arrived, my little buddy, every now and then he would always stay there like a fuck. And every now and then he'd come and he'd scan the ridge line. I'm assuming for minerals. But he'd scan the ridge line. And if a jet come whizzing by or a helicopter, he'd zip up in the sky and act like a star. It was funny stuff. And the jet would fly by or the helicopter would fly by, and he'd come back down and he'd scan the ridge line again. I don't know what he was looking for. I guess minerals. That would be my guess. Or maybe a clean source of water. I don't know. It's untelling what he was looking for, but he was looking for something. There was one time I was outside, and the field was tall. The field had tall grass at the time. And there was just all kinds of little lights out there just looking around, like looking for something, like they dropped something, and they're looking for something. And I'm like, yeah, I'll let them do their thing. I'm not going to go out there. I'll stay here, right? Let them find whatever it is they're looking for. They're always looking for. But yeah, they were out there looking for something. I don't know. Don't tell them. Maybe they got the brooch or something, or an earring. I don't know, it's an earring. I'm going to go look for it. But that was interesting. But yeah, just, you know, they've just been super cool to me, man, you know? And it's a mutual respect, you know? I respect them, they respect me. Everything's cool, you know? And that's the way it's been. And, you know, people can deny it all they want. But I mean, you know, I'm living proof. And I got personal eyewitness testimony of what I saw, and especially what's been done with the dogs, you know? About floppy backs, so floppy people probably about. That was incredibly moving. I never anticipated that. I never expected that. But it happened. You know, because I had a vision. You know, I was from a vision. I was vision. And the dead one, like, in the vision, I speak to it and say, you're dead, I'm sure. And it was like a knowing thing. So that was very moving. But in any event, you know, I'm curious to know what ETs are going to do. For those who don't know, I may be packing up stakes and moving out of here. I'm going someplace else, not sure where yet. There's several options open to me, including going back to my home state of Ohio. And once again, residing in Hamilton, Ohio, my rural birth town. Not sure yet what I'll do. I'm thinking that I'm moving here. And I don't know what the ETs are going to do. Are they going to pack up their shit and move with me? Are they going to stick around? I have no idea what they're going to do. You know, they're free will agents. They do whatever the hell they want. You know, so, but I imagine they'll have one or two of them that'll follow me and find out where I'm at and kind of hang with me. It was really nice, you know, having one really parked over the house. As if to say, yeah, touching motherfuckers, see what happens. You know, that was really cool. I was thinking moved by that, you know, that they would actually have a show solely dedicated to protecting my house and whatnot. I said, damn, you know, that's pretty hardcore, you know. But they would say it's parked over there. You know, you get these people, oh, it's just a star. Okay, well, how did the star stay there for months without moving? You know, stars move across the sky, y'all. Okay, this one didn't. It stayed right over the house. Did not move. Okay, so no, it's not a star, obviously. And like I said, stars don't go from this side of Creek over to that side of Creek. You know, no, that's not a star. That's not a star. But it was really cool that they had one right over the house, literally directly over my house. And I always thought that was so cool, you know. But they genuinely care. They genuinely care. But you know, obviously they genuinely care because I genuinely care as well, and because I'm honest with them and forthright with them, and you know, I respect their wishes. You know, if they say they don't want to be filmed or photographed, I don't do it. And you know, so I mean, you know, it's a mutual respect thing, and we're cool. We're absolutely cool. So there's that, you know, and I'm exactly up to 1 hour mark. Well, 1 hour. You're at the 1 hour mark. Okay, so I look at it, and boom, there it is. Exactly. 1 hour. So okay. So I guess that's my cue to leave. But I think I got all the stories in, all the ones I'm allowed to talk about. And there's some things I saw that, you know, probably I probably shouldn't discuss. You know, because people take the wrong way, maybe. Yeah, we all know I got livid about the drones in New Jersey scaring the shit out of people. And still am, by the way. Still am. And I'm curious to know what my ET friends would think about that. You know, because ETs initially got blamed for that shit, remember? And then we found out, no, it's just drones. So, but, you know, pretty interesting shit. And, you know, whose drones are they? Are they the government? Well, finally, somebody admitted they were government. You know, I'm like, you know, y'all put your toys away, scaring shit out of people. You know, which they were. You know, I'm all for, you know, flying your planes and drones and what have you, and you know, and or looking for something if you're missing something. But I mean, you know, don't scare the shit out of people. That's not cool, man. That's not right. But anyway, it is exactly what I want. Let's be the guys of creation. And I'm going to get out of here and win. I think just, you know, the times that I've seen them work out and stuff, and you know, I see 5 or 6 of them work out, you know, and then they're gone. And it's just amazing to see. Every time I see one work out, it's always so amazing. You know, like, because it is. It's just really, really cool. But and it's just like on Star Trek too, you know, just like on Star Trek. And you got this little flashlight, and then boop, it's gone. You know, and I would contrast that with him traveling from here all the way down to Ukraine in a second. That was not work. That was just him proving how fast he can go if he wanted to. I guess. It's, you know, but that too was pretty cool. You know, they can just say, hey, boom, and they're down with the Ukraine before you know it. You know, it's like, wow, that's pretty damn impressive. So you know, it was like half a second. You know, we got nothing that fast. We got some fast shit. We got nothing that fast. So now, although you know, now if you believe we have the DR-3D, which is a triangle-shaped UFO that is actually a fighter plane for our military. Now, if you believe that, if you believe we have the DR-3D, then yes, we have something that's similar or close. You know, there's a lot of talk. I saw them talking about Albert's again. He's apparently a topic, and you know, the dog was barking for some crazy reason. But you know, I lost my train of thought. It's an hour. Okay, so I'm going to get out of here and anyway, have a pleasant day, and see you bye. Enjoy this.